All right, boys and girls, welcome to Game Night with Geeks. This is my first run in a while here for any campaign, and we're going to be starting a Rifts game, or Palladium, whatever, same difference, same system, except
different names.
Whatever. If you don't get it, just watch. If you don't watch, I don't care.
Oh,
it's cool.
That pencil marking the page.
Yes.
And I'm done.
So it's one of the first pages. I think it's like page 8.
One of the first.
For him to... No, it's past that filthy looking pirate.
The filthy pirate.
Drew's finishing up his character.
I will
my campaign. Trey is kind of finishing up her character-ish.
I just have a weapon, I don't think.
What's that?
I just have a weapon.
Oh. Re-roll that die.
Hand-to-hand gladiator?
What'd you roll?
What do you think I rolled?
You roll 1 again?
I did.
God damn it,
Just
Trey.
give me a 3.
What do you want?
I don't know.
What are you going for?
I don't know.
Cheating. What's this gladiator do for me? I gotta rewrite all this, don't I?
Yeah, Drew, the characters that they're playing are going to be godlings. It's been forever since I had any sort of campaign where there was anything like that. And I think that it allows the characters to start off quite a bit stronger than normal, so it makes it a little more fun, I think. You don't want to be starting off and, as juicers say, being a squishy and a hard shell. You get hit once, your armor breaks. You get hit again, your character saves versus death and dies. And that's it. So we have no set pantheon for the characters, which in itself is fine because that's going to be part of their game. Trey keeps rolling really shitty when I'm trying to give her a magic weapon.
4.
Drew, what do we decide you swing for? A D4 times 10 plus your...
No.
2D4 times 10?
Yeah, we have the
It
text.
was a D6
Oh, is it a D...
plus 32.
That's so fucking retarded. I'm so stupid. I'm glad you didn't take any other physical skills because it would just be even more ridiculous.
That was a wiener in my text message.
Mm.
What? See what I was thinking?
Did I send that?
You did.
Little semen.
Just a little. Just a dab. Little dab will do you.
Okay, so it was before that text. Thank you, phone, for getting rid of text messages that I've...
Yeah, mine does that too. All right, Trey, we got to find what sort of magic weapon you get. For anybody aware of... Well, let's do this. Trey, you can do... Because he has so much melee damage he can do, which is just asinine. If you want, you could start off with a lesser rune weapon, which those are pretty damn good to begin with. Or I will let you start off with...
Yeah, 1d6 times 10 plus 32.
Okay.
And then power punch is 2d6 times 10.
So fucking ridiculous. That essentially makes the Hulk look like a bitch. Like, it's not really far from it. Or you could start off with 2 magic items, Trey.
Oh, two magic items in a
Now,
turntable.
let me look. Let me see. Your character, your god. And the nice thing about this is
Just whacking mics and shit. Like
Drew's whacking mics. I don't know anybody named Mike, but he's whacking them.
that's code.
I know a lot of mics.
Do you? I don't know anybody named Mike.
As Rig, I gotta get my voice. As Regos.
That's tomorrow.
Oh wait, that's right. Sam's tomorrow. Dane. Okay, gotta get rid of that.
Dang.
As Rego. As Rego. No, we don't want to be slow.
Characters in MR.
Where the hell?
We are.
No, I have so I took if you need to look for anything, computer operation, biology, chemistry, pathology, math, medical doctor.
As Ray goes, there it is. It came back to me.
That was Ulfgar.
Immediately turns into Ulfgar.
I'm As Regos. Fuck your mother.
So if that's any clue of what to give me, that's
Like
right.
my dwarf taint orc. Sorry. All right. Gotta rewrite my whole character sheet. So
Why?
long. I need it on big paper, so I don't have like 55
I
pages.
need it on big paper.
Me too. I need to pick my secondary skills too, but I did print out.
You son of a
these.
bitch.
I know. I did print out my sonic abilities.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I pictured them on my phone.
There we go.
Secondary skills.
Yeah.
I recommend those being, I don't know if you've taken your physical skills at all,
Mm-mm.
but if you're taking any, that's where to take
Well,
them
I
from.
took the first one was athletics, so that was my first secondary skill I wrote down.
Oh, okay.
That was at 1
Just-
in the morning. Was that a good idea?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'm not very friendly to magic.
What's your physical strength, Trey? I know you had really high rolls.
20.
Would you like to know what mine is?
More than mine.
47.
And I think you mixed up. I don't think I explained the physical attributes well enough to you, like the physical skills, because you could have really went balls to the wall with like your physical strength and had like a 60.
What?
But you have other skills. I mean, dude, a 47 or whatever it is not normal. So
It's only level 1, so
yeah.
I'm sure there's
Okay, so picking of secondary skills.
picking
Picking.
21 plus.
I gotta
4.
find them first.
Drew, you're gonna get,
Yes.
just for argument's sake, you are going to get your gauntlets are going to be lesser rune items
Okay.
so that you can parry melee.
Kids.
Tell you the truth, you can also parry guns and shit with them and try to be Xena, but you're at like -10 to do so.
Right.
The Xena thing. You see, they want to remake that. Show. Worst idea ever, maybe. What?
With Xena?
All right. I don't. Oh, you know what? Here's a better idea. I'll stuff in a fucking tool bag. We're the podcast that doesn't talk.
Yeah, we're just fixing up these characters.
Good
Thank
thing we
God.
went live right now.
We're so emo.
We can go. I got enough to go on.
Yeah, so do I.
I'm sure. Unless we're gonna be like thrown into the middle of a battle. Like,
You guys wake up. You're in a fight.
Olympus is under attack. You guys in the
Yeah.
front line. Oh, cool.
What are you talking about?
Drew Loki kicks you in the balls.
Just kidding.
Just kidding, psych, bitch.
You thought I did, but I'm behind you. Oh,
You hit your taint.
you're
You hit
so-
your taint so hard you shit yourself.
Is it like 12 pounds per square inch or something like that? You lose your bowels.
Blah.
Sweet. Balls. Completely lose your balls. That's how I should say. What are you doing over here?
13 years old.
Who are you? Oh my God, it's Regos. Control any.
All right.
lesser undead. 2 times per day. Impervious to lightning.
All right, Cherry, I'm going to give you a rifle. It does bang, 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 bang.
No, I don't. What's your name? All I want. Bang, bang, bang.
It does 2d4
2 for.
times 10
Jeez.
plus 20.
Good Lord.
I can't remember the name of it. I know exactly what it is. I think it's an NE shoulder cannon. It's like a sniper rifle.
2d4 times 10.
Plus 20.
Plus 20.
We'll leave it at that. I know that's a chintzy beginning item, especially when you're supposed to start off with a rune item. But I mean, it's one of the strongest guns in the game. So I mean, I know that because all my characters had them. Because whenever we played, it was always like min maxing stuff and always to see who could do the most damage and not really role playing so much. So.
Right.
You know what?
Sounds good.
I will do this too because I'm a swell freaking guy.
Yeah, sure. Wow.
Swell.
Wow, let's not all be assholes.
We don't have them.
But yours is the nicest.
It's nice and clean and bleached and stuff.
Anal bleach.
Dude. This is the weirdest thing ever. Oh yeah, can you wipe my asshole? What? Who thought of that?
Because everybody's asshole needs to lighten up.
Exactly. What was that? Was that a meme?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so great. We're gonna play a game here sooner or later. We promise.
Yeah. We
Prepare to be amazed. As Ray goes, I lost it again. By the end of the night, it's gonna be Ulfgar. or Sam, one or the other.
Trey, roll D20.
D20 now, go.
3.
What'd you get?
3.
Dry.
Dry.
It's gonna be a very rough night.
Yeah, I'm wrong. Not bad.
Dragonese and elf. In my native language. What you calling?
Where you at, boy?
You done messed up now, sucker. Walked into the wrong cave. That's my problem.
From the wrong long cave.
Wrong. Man, this cave is so long, and you entered the wrong one. So dumb. All right. I have 2 extra languages too. I don't know where all languages are. That's right. +2. Oh, basic math. So tough.
Basic math.
Lord. Demons and monsters. Roar. What are you doing over there, Quicker?
Okay.
Right.
So basically what I'm going to do for you, Trey, is allow you to essentially have an armory. The one gun that I gave you now is the strongest that you have,
Okay.
but you'll have access to
Others.
essentially anything else that you need.
Okay.
3 silver bullets.
3 silver bullets.
3
You
whole
actually,
bullets.
you go to a yard sale to buy silver, like silverware, and melt them down to make bullets, and your fucking hair catches on fire.
Oh, that's
It's
good.
really weird. Like you walk in and you're a hunter and you have an armory of 5 and you die.
Of course, that's what would happen to me, right?
You go to meet all these other hunters. There's 64 of them. We're not actually certain how there's any supernatural creatures in Western PA in this game
Gladiator.
There should be none.
because there are 64 hunters.
Are you not entertained? Secondary skills. Uh-oh. What is these hieroglyphics? Looks like Remy writing here. There's an E for sure.
Secondary skills is where you want to take your physical skills, Drew.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh no. What? There's no physical skills.
Yes, there are.
No, there's not.
It doesn't mean you pick it from there. It means
You mean the main skills, right? Because I took physical boxing. And then like wilderness, rogue, technical, breed dogs, because I'm going to be a dog breeder. Mechanical, locksmith, medical, brewing, electrical, nothing, and domestic, fishing.
Well, when it says what does it say the stipulation is? Any sort of stipulation for secondary? I don't think so.
I don't think
It doesn't matter because if you have secondary skills, okay, you
the thing it gives you the list of skills that you can take.
Yeah.
The secondary skills it said you choose from that list 8 more skills or whatever.
correct, but when you choose them, you can take wrestling and acrobatics and all that shit.
Oh, you can take double.
It doesn't mean you can only take that physical. It just means you can take any physical in its place. And when it comes to secondary skills, you don't add your bonus percentage to
So
them.
you can just take all the physicals.
So long as it says you could take them, which there's no limitations on
That's what I'm
bonus.
going to do then.
I'll click on your picture on there where it says you, because if not, it doesn't move whenever he's talking.
Click on it now.
It should unwhite the box. See it?
Now it's white.
Click it on again.
Yeah, it was shifting around.
It was shifting
Yeah.
around. It wasn't shifting around on here.
No, it was shifting around.
Oh, it's because we're clicked. Go on. Click.
Flashlight.
Unclick us.
Unclick us. That's right.
Unclick us.
Unclick us.
Unclick us.
Unclicked.
Are you unclicked?
Yeah.
Unclicked.
Unclicked. Clicked. Clicked. What?
I know that there's new.
Where are all these secondary skills in?
They're all the same
All the
skills.
same skills.
They're all the same skills.
Percentages.
It's just you don't. Yes, exactly. You don't get your advantages to them.
Right, but I need to see all the physical ones. That's what I'm saying. See what wrestling gives me.
It's right here.
Here, they're essentially the same. It doesn't really matter if they're different. It really
That's a
doesn't.
great statement. They're essentially the same. It doesn't matter if they're different.
It doesn't matter if you're different.
It doesn't, man. I'm sure it's all right.
Here, you're queer. Get used to it.
All right.
Trey, have you thought of a character name? We know this is something that
I have trouble with.
is strenuous.
Layla.
Layla Ali.
Layla. Knock me on my knee. You can be a drunk. You can be a lush.
Just be a total fucking.
Be a lush named Layla.
But I'm not.
10 o'clock, you're on salt, baby.
Get over here. I gotta get on the computer. Who locked me out?
Pull me glass, Jimmy.
Layla, the computer's off.
Layla.
You have to turn it on.
Pussy sometimes.
She's getting mad. I can see it in her face. She's getting more and more agitated.
You don't,
No.
want, you don't want your character to be that?
I just remembered something.
Liliana? What'd you remember?
That because there's only 2 of us, it won't ever switch over there. So ours is never going to switch back and forth.
It is Switch. You're crazy.
Talk.
You better switch right now. What's happening?
Doesn't matter if it switches.
There's only 2 people in the call. Just give me the mouse and we'll just keep clicking back and forth when people are talking.
Oh, is that the one that shows up online?
Yeah.
It still should
It had to
pick up bars, though.
It's not though. That's how it works. Whenever there's 2, like look for the
Yahoo's good at interfacing.
It's not me. That's for sure.
it's here right click will be on this. Okay, so did you find your secondary skills?
Mm-hmm.
No, he didn't. He's in alignments. I don't think he's even close.
Quick find. Not working. Tables.
Okay,
There's literally no secondary skills.
it's skills. Skills are
There's no new. Oh, there is. Somehow I scanned over that twice. 49.
It's like me looking through the fucking D&D books. I can't.
About 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So
I'm already warm. I feel sweaty.
I feel warm already.
Yeah.
Here, just afraid
Yeah.
to see.
No, I didn't. Still
Oh,
on.
hand-to-hand assassin.
It's gay. Totally worthless.
But if I could take them all, I must take it too. I know, Al. Stop before you start, okay? Physical.
Physical.
Yeah, they're all right here, dude. Seriously, they're under physical skills. Assassin, martial arts, expert.
Yeah.
No, that's just your hand-to-hand combat style.
They're hand to hand.
You said.
That's just your hand-to-hand combat.
So-
Listen, my
All right. Bodybuilding, weightlifting, boxing, athletics.
there's some in the high seas book too
Yar.
for gladiator combat shit. It's like tumbling.
Hiya.
I did a somersault away from you. Ooh.
Yeah, I took gymnastics.
Gymnastics has like what 6 things that it comes with. All those percentage ones, yeah, it's completely worth it.
Oh.
The only time I never did it was that character I had Paradox because I had spider legs and I could stick to everything. So I was like, fuck it, why do I need to do any of this shit? I can walk on whatever I want.
Exactly.
I stick to you. Skills.
There's not like a rifle skill that I should be taking, is there?
Yes, modern weapon proficiency.
There we go. There they are. Modern weapon proficiencies.
Proficiency.
You can, I need. How many of those can I take? Because I don't remember that. I don't have it written down, and I don't have the book.
This is all secondary, correct?
Well, modern weapon proficiencies are different numbers.
Well, it's still a weapon proficiency. Oh, you just mean weapon proficiency in general?
Yeah.
Like the ones you started off with as an innate thing, not secondary.
Mhm.
I think there's 3, but we'll look.
New skills. Deep sea fighting.
Damn, if you threw me underwater, bitch, I'd fuck you up.
Deep sea fishing. What? Jesting. Seamanship. Clowning. Stop clowning me, dog.
Yeah, 3 weapon proficiencies. So if you wanted to take, whatever, it doesn't really matter. I think sniper is an option too. That gives you like a +3 on a called shot.
You know, all these skills in here are
No, I think acrobatics or tumbling was the only one that's worthwhile.
tumbling gives you backflip, +4 to dodge by quickly flipping out of harm's way. Body throw. Doing 1d6 damage, plus the victim loses initiative and 1 attack at melee. Leaps, 5 feet long, +1 foot.
Okay, maybe when you're gods, none of those skills are good. Is basically what I just heard.
Stilt walk. Walk on stilts. Hold on a minute.
Got to get my stilts.
I'm gonna construct some stilts.
Got to get my stilts on.
Got to get some stiltsies. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna say it's gonna be how many we get? 8. I can tell you right now. Athletics.
I think it is 8. Gods have a really retarded.
That's it. Yeah, I'm sure it's 8.
It's 8.
Boxing. I already took boxing.
I'm so good at boxing. I took it twice.
You sure I took it on the main set? Yeah, I did. Okay.
There's no sniping. There's bolt action rifle, which has
That's
parentheses. sniping.
that one is. Don't worry about that. Just the weapon proficiencies themselves. Let me look at it real quick.
There is revolver, automatic pistol, action rifle, automatic semi-automatic rifle, submachine gun, heavy energy pistol, energy rifle, and heavy energy weapons.
Okay, so you would be taking it under heavy.
Okay.
Because it's a giant fucking gun. When you fire it and it does the 2d4 times 10 plus 20, it fires 3 rounds. It's burst fire. Ammo count's going to be inconsequential for right now until I find my Phase World book. So go hog wild. I mean, energy weapons. I mean, there's tons of good energy weapons
That's a
too.
good one to take. too.
Yeah. And I would probably take at least 1 melee.
Energy rifle. Energy pistol.
Energy rifles are good because you have like the high 80 rifles, things like that. And what a high 80 rifle does, or a high 80 or high 60 firearm, it's a variable laser rifle. So when you shoot it, If there's something that is resistant to energy attacks, it sends a beam of light that hits them and bops back to the gun,
Mhm.
and it will adjust it so the next round the resistance is gone. It just
Oh, okay.
so like the glitter boys, which
Glitter boy.
can soak a lot of energy weapons or laser weapons, it doesn't work so well. You know, it hurts them if it weren't for the fact they have like 880 MDC.
Right. Okay, I took the knife too.
After I punch one of them. Can't wait. Are we starting here?
You're taking a knife?
Yeah.
Give yourself a rune dagger, 4d6 damage.
Rune dagger.
What's your alignment?
Neutral. Evil.
I don't think we had that.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
an anarchist.
Are you? I didn't pick mine apparently.
Just remember, Trey, your character was created from prayers.
Oh, that's right.
Please for help, if you will.
It could be bad prayers.
And she arrived too late to save them.
Yeah. Where's the list of alignment? They're in this book too.
I was born in a cataclysm.
He was born in the
What
cataclysm.
was the knife? Was it rune knife, right?
Yeah, rune dagger,
I
4d6
was born in
damage.
a cataclysm.
Mm.
There was a cataclysm when I was born in it.
He's born of the cataclysm.
I'm of it.
I am
I am the cataclysm.
I am the cataclysm.
When it happened, blew me. There is me.
I am Asregos of the cataclysm.
I am Asregos.
The cataclysm.
Champion of the cataclysm.
Maybe you should just be the cataclysm.
Yeah. Asregos. What's your last name? The cataclysm.
It's hyphenated.
It's a hyphen name.
My mom didn't want to lose her last name. It was
We
the.
argued- we
very
argued
proud
about it for a little
people.
bit.
Those are a bunch of very proud people. Much like the Lord of Atlantis. After he lost Atlantis and he just became Lord of, and then all his people left, and then he was just the. Because he was just the. Everybody was like,
Atlantis.
he was just the. No, Atlantis was gone.
It's a weird name you got there.
Hey, of. What's up?
What's up, Bob? Jerks.
You guys are all dicks.
I don't know why you all have to act like this. Physical?
I'll call Namor. I'll get my buddies Namor and Aquaman.
Yeah, Aquaman.
And not the Khal Drogo version of Aquaman.
He looks awesome. Wrestling.
I got me some wrestling.
You want to wrestle, boy? Wow.
You want to get greased up, do some Grecian wrestling? No. I thought it was Greco-Roman, but no. I don't want to do that either.
I'll be scrupulous.
Will you?
It's
Okay.
a good alignment.
Yeah.
It's like chaotic good.
Semi-good.
And I mean, when you're the god, I suppose you can make rules, right?
Pretty much.
How many MDC do you have, Trey? This is our session making fucking characters. Because we all started blacking out, watching horror movies last time.
We did.
I was
I
falling
didn't do the math
asleep.
for it yet. I did the math.
Athletics.
I have the whole entire formula written down.
This is just a sign that we were all half asleep.
Yeah, we.
Yeah.
After long work weeks, we decided to write down formulas. It's quite all right.
It is 230.
Oh, no. Oh, that's not it.
230 plus 1d4 times MDC per level. So it's 230 because we're level 1, right?
Yeah.
So I have 230. Yeah.
It's still quite a bit. I mean, like,
I rolled a 23 for my.
yeah. Listen, the thing is with Rifts, because it includes so many worlds and so many books, you can find extremes. Like if you look at Earth, gods get really toned down. If you were to show up on Earth in the Rifts variant of Earth, you would lose an ass load of MDC. Like you go down to like a full third of it or something less than that. I mean, even the greater gods, they go from like 50,000 or 80,000 down to like 10,000, something crazy. I mean, they can get really jacked up, but it's also an SDC. Well, it's SDC and MDC. It's kind of the epicenter of everything.
Epicenter.
Both of you roll percentage dice
percentile.
and tell me what you roll.
Hold on. The mountain of dice are coming. Because you could never have enough.
It's true.
31.
Come on, 100. 67.
Okay.
That's always good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Matter of fact, roll them twice. Sorry, that was for one thing.
77.
85.
What'd you get?
85.
Okay.
Okay, now I gotta write all these bonuses.
There's a lot to write in this.
There's tons and tons and tons.
It's very intricate.
It's intricate in that you can really whittle down your character and like make it exactly what you want it to be.
It's true. Climb, rappel skill. Ooh, boy. Let's do wrestling first since we started there. Wrestling.
And you do have the option with your character. You do have to be humanoid. Nothing too alien, but you don't have to be human either.
Okay.
So,
I'm just
I mean, if you wanted your character, if you could, I don't know if you can fly. I don't think you guys took that, right?
No, we did.
Okay, so I would not recommend having angel wings unless you wanted them, or any sort of wings. But
The so for the PPE, if it's 3d4 times 10 plus 20, do you take max at first level, or how's it?
I'll let you
have
take
to roll
max.
that?
It's fine.
Okay, so wrestling is going to give me +1.
20, 40.
I mean, you get what, 140?
Yes, it's plus 46 PPE per level, so you'd actually get that too.
Yeah.
Which is only what 164 total.
+1 to physical strength.
I mean, really, I don't think that. I think it doesn't start until second, but it doesn't really matter.
Oh, I don't have to take it if you want me to.
No, I mean, it doesn't matter. I just don't remember the rule off the top of my head.
And then athletics general gives me
Can I get this freaking thing off of here?
What
We just
thing?
hit close.
On what?
Vulnerability scan.
Oh yeah.
yeah, just hit the X button.
Nonsense.
I have 60 ISP.
Internet service provider.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
My internet service provider is 60. I don't think you have enough digits there. Did you throw in a niner?
For people who don't understand how much this is crazy.
Yeah, it's a
Like
lot.
this is a lot.
Well, yeah, it is. There's just tons and tons. I
We only
mean,
have to do it once.
once you get a character made,
Mhm.
if you run a Rifts game, it becomes kind of fun being able to roll up the NPCs and stuff. But once you have a couple characters, it's like you said, you roll them once and then you play them and play them and play them, and you just get so used to it, you can make characters in 5 minutes. It's the same with you with White Wolf. Like me, I still am pretty sure I don't know how to play that game. And
We're doing fine. Just fine. Yeah, so my physical strength's about to change to a lot.
112.
It's gonna be a lot. Sorry.
Please help us.
That's not-
Help. Please. Where are you? We need help.
That's not fair at all.
Oh, you're hearing it.
Really?
No, you're hearing it. And you can feel like you're just chained and shackled. Like you, doesn't matter how fast you're moving, you or whatever, you are just not getting there. Drew Fartson was born. It's really weird. He farted and was born all at the same time.
This is strange. I'm at Brugel. Did I just fart?
Somebody lit a match.
Ooh. And last but not least, then I can add up all these bonuses. Oh my goodness.
I'll make her be Lilith. I think it works.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so it's we just add 1, 2, 3, 4.
Lilith, help us. We need you.
Obviously, I can't get to them. Oh, I was thinking the magic book that has Leyline Walker, Shifter, and Mystic and Warlock in it.
That's my conversion book, and I'm trying to find it.
Okay. What is for 10? I don't have this.
Yeah, you could be inner turmoil that makes you not cast spells. I don't know.
That works.
Yeah, you can use spells. There's plenty of spells in the books, but
I just don't know which ones I can use.
you have any first level.
Only if I had to pick one of those things, though.
Oh, you have to pick?
I thought that's what it said.
I think that you get all,
Oh.
but it's from the Leyline Walker, the other one, because you can't take like Necromancer or something really specific. Leyline Walkers in this are essentially mages in D&D, where they actually gain their energy from the ley lines at night. It's the same basic idea where you studied your spells and learned them.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see.
Okay, so I need.
So you took the Practitioner of Magic, or the Magic Power one, right?
Yes.
Oh, no, I stand corrected. The spells, all magic spells of the same level of the character's experience, i.e. the character knows all first level spells of the Leyline Walker, Shifter, Mystic, or Warlock. Warlocks are elementalists.
What's the MDC roll, the formula for that?
I have it right here.
Oh.
MDC?
Yeah.
It's PE times 10 plus 1d4 times NDC per level.
And I'll let you be max. Just max it for the
So
first
just take
level.
PE times 10.
Got a big PE, son?
I do. It's huge.
He says it's 70. Threat rating is going to go up.
Okay, and then I get bonuses too. But I think they've changed because my physical strength went to 53.
Just add the difference.
But I don't know what it's a multiplier or something because somehow I got plus 80 plus 167. I don't know how. And that's all going to change because I got.
What do you mean plus 167?
To my MDC.
Well, yeah, no, that's fine. I just meant the damage part. You just add the difference. It's plus. Oh, okay.
No, I'm saying for my hit points though, because I think my hit points have gone up.
Yeah, that is multiplier. I think Trey has those books over there.
What do you need now? I told you NDC multiplier.
No, I get bonuses for other things though, like my skills or something.
Yeah, you do get other skill.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You get bonuses from wrestling.
Look.
This one?
Sure, you can feel yourself. Whatever was going on, you can feel whatever chains break that were there.
I'll rush to where I
Okay.
needed to be.
When you start going, you see just dots in the sky. It's black. And you just see
Yeah, that's what it is.
spots of light all off in the distance. Nothing really around you. You're in a pretty big voided area, but it's just, and you hear them coming from one direction. Not the group. They all died in the cataclysm. except for the one Drew saved.
You're giving us max, right?
Yeah.
You said so. Like,
Don't just do that.
well, I know, but
You'll do your normal max roll and then just add the bonuses to it.
okay. So I get any ST bonuses. So it's like this one gives me 46, so I would get 24.
You don't need the SDC part.
But I get it towards my MDC,
Yeah, your MDC. Yeah,
so I would just take the max roll.
yeah. Just
Okay.
just take the max. It's fine. You're gods. I don't.
I am. You are correct.
Roll percentage dice and roll low. Every time I tell you guys to roll percentage dice, you always want it as low as possible.
Well, that's not fair.
I'm not sure why. You got a 50-50, right?
Well, I'm just kidding. 58.
Okay. Yeah, you have a general idea. You can hear like sobbing and crying and yeah,
I don't have flying, so I'm just gonna go as fast as I possibly can.
Oh, you do not have flying and you know that you cannot fly, but you are hauling ass.
Okay.
And I mean, there's no expenditure of energy per se. You are not running or anything like that. And what's your intelligence? I think it's pretty high, like really
22.
high. You already know all these little dots of light that are slowly but surely getting closer. They're all stars.
Okay.
And you're slowly getting closer to them. And you can hear more crying, more sobbing. Occasionally start to hear like a clash of metal,
Okay.
even during the prayers. And you lose track of where the prayers came from. Roll percentage dice.
49.
Okay. You pick back up on them, and there's more clashing of metal, way more screams. You hear moaning and yelling, more people saying, please, we need help. And out of the corner of your eye, to the left, you could see what looks like a shooting star coming towards a planet. I mean, it's far away or towards the galaxy or
Okay.
the solar system, I should say. But yeah, you definitely know it's there. Whether it's moving to intercept you or moving towards the planet.
I'm just gonna still keep going towards the voices, obviously.
You're just burning literally through space. Like you look around and you can see that you get to a speed where it's like Star Trek, where all of a sudden everything is just blurring. And that little star thing that's going towards it is just a little too fast. It's still going. It's probably closing to half the distance that you are. But you could definitely see it's going towards the planet.
Okay.
Roll percentage again.
82.
You're closing the distance. You actually hear, thank you. We needed your help. Thank you. You have no feeling of anything else being around except for that star. The faith that's coming out of these prayers is just making you stronger and stronger and stronger. And whatever happened, I mean, obviously combat of some sort, you were getting all the faith from that. Maybe it was just your will, trying to get to them to help, that started to pick these people up during whatever it was. And you have the sense, I mean, for the amount of space that you're flying through, to you, it's nothing. It's literally like a blink of an eye. To them, it could have been 10 years.
Right.
I mean, it could have been, and it probably was a long time. And you're flying and you're flying and you're flying. And roll your IQ. So that'd just be the D20. Obviously, you have a 22.
Okay.
I want to give you a -7 penalty to it.
Okay. So I just want to roll and -7 from it. And then add the 22.
You would just roll it. You need to get under a 20. Okay. Your target, well, I shouldn't say that. Your target number is 15.
Okay.
Okay. You have -7 to your roll. So
Okay.
you're going to have to roll high is all it really comes down to.
4.
You're flying towards this planet and you see Drew's smiling because he's getting his stats higher.
And the cat's on the table.
The cat's on the table in the silver spoon. Oh, that's different. It's a different song.
Different song.
Cat Stevens, calm down.
So you're flying towards this planet and you realize you've lost track of that object that was plummeting towards it.
Okay. I am.
And all of a sudden, while you're getting right up to that planet, you see this star come flying towards you. Like it completely changed trajectory. It probably went around the planet and slingshotted around it. And this, for all intents and purposes, star is a deep, deep red color. And you could feel yourself getting pulled towards this thing. You start to hear the prayers again from the planet, some of which are being just blocked out by this big flying object.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see movement all over the planet itself, the star itself. It's probably, well, I mean, I'll leave it up to you if you want to try and determine size of it or what. It's definitely pulling you in.
But the prayers are coming from the planet behind it.
The prayers are coming from the planet. It's definitely running interference. Like it's right in the middle.
And is there any way I think I can go around?
You could try.
Try to shoot myself.
What's your speed?
18.5.
Oh, you slut. All right. Roll initiative.
Oh, okay. What do I roll for that?
D20.
Okay.
Do you have your initiative bonuses written down?
I don't think I do have that one.
They're in the very beginning of the book, and then they're all based off your physical skills. Did you ever take a hand-to-hand combat skill? Okay. There's going to be probably a plus to that. Do you know how many melees you have? Did you write that down?
I didn't even think I saw that.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody has the goblins. Do you have that in there?
See the initiative here for him.
I wrote most things down. but-
PE.
I have the bonus is +1 melee attack
Per
action per round.
Plus 1d4 on initiative.
Oh, okay, +1d4 on initiative. There it is. I did have it written down. I'm sorry. But
So
I'll-
you just roll the D4 and just that's your permanent
Oh, okay.
bonus to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But
it's
your melee would give
you're
you probably have
Got a +1 on it now.
would you roll your actual D20 though?
4 +1 5. These dice do not
Roll
like
D20 again. You roll the same.
15 +1 6.
You could feel yourself just getting yanked towards the planet.
Okay.
And as you're getting pulled towards it, you can see all these, like I said before, you could see movement and stuff.
Mhm.
But as you are flying into it or towards it, you can see just insects, worms, like flesh-eating
Mhm.
carrion crawler type things and giant maggots, and they're ripping each other apart. There's ones that are laying eggs everywhere. Eggs are getting eaten, babies are hatching, and the babies are gouging the eyes out of other ones and going into their brains and eating them. It's just a complete mess of disgustingness. And as you're falling towards it, you see a large area, probably the star itself that is apparently alive, is probably 5 miles across.
Mm-hmm.
If you weren't a god, you probably wouldn't have even seen a
Right.
shooting star because there's no atmosphere for it to be burning into. Though the tail it was leaving behind was probably insects and and disease and what have you. And you could see an entire area just shift out of the way, and it opens up into this giant gaping maw. And it's just these huge, nasty, bony teeth. And it looks like the next round it's probably going to try and eat you.
Okay.
I can tell you don't fret too much with your rolls because you are more divine right now than you are as your godlike.
Okay. Take. So it's my turn to do something?
It is your turn to do something.
Okay, so I'm flying at this open mouth.
Gonna go Super Saiyan on it.
Okay, so now I need to write down initiative
looking at
bonuses. 1d4.
Okay, so don't think. I think that's gonna help. How close am I to it?
1, 2, 3.
Dozen miles or more.
Do I have my weapon on me?
You have any weapon on you that you want.
Get out here. Be quiet now. No one wants to hear you talk.
You could have a dagger.
Okay.
It's
How massive? Like, how over encompassing is the space in front of me if it filled with?
like what do you mean?
Like, if I'm looking at it, do I
Mhm.
think I could even try to somehow?
Yeah,
move
you
myself
could
around?
you could potentially get around it. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can expend energy and try to do it. Yeah, that's not a problem.
Okay.
Roll percentage dice
Okay.
and roll.
66.
Okay. So let me see what we have here. Fucker. So as you start to skirt around it,
Mhm.
you can see it breaking off. And even though it's spherical for the most part, as you're shooting around it, it actually starts to break off and wrap around
Okay.
and leaves you kind of like flying into it.
Oh, that's good.
So it's going to attack you.
Okay.
All right. So it rolls a 20 to hit you
Okay.
as just mouths start opening up. Giant things are flying at you. You can roll a d20 to dodge if you want. You are going to have your normal bonus to dodge,
Okay.
and it will be an automatic dodge. So it's not going to cost you to do it. It doesn't cost you a melee. It means next round you could do something again.
Okay. So it's better to do that than to roll to dodge, though, more than likely.
No, you would roll your dodge
okay.
to do it. It's just that it won't burn up your melee. So
Okay.
if you just burned it up, if you didn't have an auto dodge on it, what would happen is he would get another attack.
Okay.
Like you would roll, say you dodged it, you would dodge, and then next round you couldn't do anything. He'd get his 2 attacks.
Oh, okay. Okay. So for dodge, I have my +1 to it. What stat is that? Is that a stat at all I have to go against, or is it just using my +1?
The stat, it's actually physical prowess.
Okay. I have 20.
You're gonna have more than a +1 then.
Well, I'm saying that we automatically get a +1.
Oh, okay. Well, you look in the front of the book at that stat bonus chart. Palladium's one has it too. It'll have the same numbers on it.
Just make a snack.
I think it's going to be +3, but the front of the Palladium book will have the same chart. I think it's actually, it might be much higher than that. It very well may be. I don't remember.
The attribute bonus chart.
Yeah.
Okay, physical. +3.
Okay. So you have 4 total.
I need to take a picture of this chart too. In case we need it for the. Okay. There you go. Huh? Okay, so I have +4. So what do I want to roll? Let's see. I just rolled 10. That's what I rolled.
Okay. All right. You're flying in towards this planet. Try and skirt around it. You're hearing prayers and everything have kicked up. Probably been a total of 12 years.
Okay.
You're hearing the, why have you abandoned us? What did we do? And you hear the screaming and the
Begging
you
and
you
the
hear
pleading and the crying.
yeah, you hear that, and you're hearing gunshots
Okay.
and the sounds of heavy machinery. And probably, since you are really up to snuff with spells and magic, you can hear incantations, spells going off. The expenditure of the energy in itself is something that you notice. Drew, you know that
I am born.
while everything is dark and comfortable for the most part, you're starting to feel garbage, trash, corpses. You just feel like they're piling up around you. And while that type of thing is not uncommon in nature or what have you, you know that it's in extreme amount. And it's not so much that you care about them, because if nothing else, you know that you're a part of the ocean. You know that you're part of just nature, and you don't really care about the short lives of humans necessarily. All the mortal races.
Right there below me.
Exactly. Below me.
Get it?
And you can feel like it doesn't matter what side these corpses are coming from. They're kind of fucking with your chi now because there's lots of them. And
It's kind of agitating me a little bit.
yeah, it's like going fishing and seeing somebody litter,
Mhm.
with dead babies.
Oh, well, that's a little extreme. Excuse me, sir. Can you stop throwing your dead babies in that pond? Thanks.
Trey. You can see everything closing around you. These insects, these just whatever the fuck this thing is. And you feel something puncture your leg.
Okay.
Another thing bite at your arm. You have your knife and you swing at it. I mean, pain is not something that a god is really used to feeling. I mean, and you manage to cut this giant fucking maggot right in half. And as soon as you cut it in half, there's this maw that's right in front of you. And it just slams down over your face. And you take 600 points of damage.
Oh, I think I'm dead. As dead as a god could be. I am.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
And you should
DED.
despite that fact, you can feel yourself just get completely absorbed into this thing. And you know that you're not the first one this has happened to. But you've got a pretty good feeling you're probably the last.
Okay.
Because
All right.
all of the prayers and screaming
We're trying to have a podcast.
just turns into maniacal laughter and more screaming. And you feel yourself just get crushed under the weight of this thing. It just sucks you right
I
in.
want to explode with all the happiness of prayers.
So, Drew, you're getting pissed off.
Is that code for something? I'm gonna explode with the happiness of prayers.
These humans, after a couple decades, well, I shouldn't say humans, all the creatures, whatever's there, all the mortals, you've about had enough.
They've annoyed you.
They have. And as like an elemental intelligence, you know, all right, I'm done. You have to stop this before they really go crazy and fuck everything up. You can feel more than, I mean, you don't see anything.
I can feel it calling in the air tonight.
Hold on.
I was all on the planets. Just did that.
And you can feel the presence of just these other, most definitely immortals
Immortals.
showing up. And despite your unwillingness to really pop out, you don't want to pull out.
Yeah,
Just keep it
never.
in. Always feels better.
Deeper, stronger, better.
You
Hail to the king, baby.
you feel this like corruption starting to wash over the planet. Despite just the normal corruption of humans, there's something more to it. There's something foul about it, and the water that you are is beginning to just take on an acrid taste right at the seams, and it's just slowly but surely getting worse. And you know that of the time it's taken for you to really pull yourself into awareness, all of the feelings, all of the deities that may have shown up or other intelligences completely extinguished. And there's just one giant spot of putrefaction that's hurtling towards the planet.
I'm gonna run right towards it and punch it.
Roll your initiative.
Okay. That's you right here. I got a 1.
Plus, you get a D4. That's always going to be added to your initiative. That's not going to make that much difference.
Well, none of your physical skills give you any other bonuses to initiative?
I was looking for it.
I thought boxing did.
Mm-mm. I got another 1. That's 2.
Okay. The one is your permanent.
Yeah, I got one.
That
on my
plus
permanent
one is your
too. Yeah,
bonus
that's not-
permanently.
Not fair.
2.
Okay. So just as
Really, dice?
you're breaking the surface of the water, I'm going to let you. What's your intelligence?
I'm dumb. I'm just kidding. 14
14.
for my EQ.
Roll your
You have 14.
Mm-hmm.
still IQ of
I got
140.
53 strength.
I'm just asking.
You can't outsmart my hand when it's around your head. Go ahead, say something witty. What do you want me to roll?
Roll your intelligence. So it'd be a D20. And again, you always want to roll low.
12.
You're shooting up out of the water, even though you are the water. It's flying up, and you see elementals, while they can do things of their own free will, there's usually a cause and effect.
Right.
You can see breaking through the uppermost surface of the water, just the burning sensation you're getting as you fly up, just from the acrid water and nastiness. And you can see the ground around you, the beach, everything, the mountainsides, just collapsing into the ocean. And there's bombs and there's fire. I mean, it is the complete opposite end of chaos compared to where you just came from at the absolute bottom of the ocean, where there's nothing. It's just water and fucking anglerfish.
Right.
And I mean, they're bad enough, don't get me wrong, but you come flying up. There is a bomb that goes off far, far to the west that sends up this giant mushroom cloud. And despite the fact that you're water, you can feel the temperature rising.
Right.
And just bodies are flying, bodies are being incinerated. And you snap your head back towards what you were flying up at, thinking that maybe that was it. And there is this mountain of insects and flesh and just horror that is ready to impact you. It's just enormous, miles across. And you are about to meet it in this melee. Like, next turn is yours.
All right. Head on. Just look how I like it. Bring it on, buggies. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
Help us, Lilith. Somehow you hear it.
I'm dead. I know I'm dead.
I'm dead.
I'm done dead.
I'm dead. I'm dead as hell.
There you go. That's the voice you were supposed to do.
That was supposed to be Dean.
Unless Dean loses testicles, he's not talking like that.
Come
Trey,
on.
don't make Dean lose testicles.
Do it.
Why not?
That's some bullshit.
Sam might bite him off.
It's fucked up, bro.
Whatever.
Just because I win red light, yellow light, green light.
I totally lost.
Yeah, you can roll to attack if you want. Or you could be like, what the fuck is that? And try and pull away.
No. No, I can't. I am going to Are these like big bugs? Like big bugs?
Just all kinds. Yeah.
Or just like a big cloud of
It's like a cloud of maggots.
swarm.
And, yes, but they're all intertwined.
Can I see any kind of like focal center point?
Yep.
I'm,
You can
go-
see a giant mouth.
I'm going right towards that. Right towards it.
Yeah, there's eyeballs and shit.
That's
like
where
when
I'll-
you're getting close,
How many
can see-
eyeballs are there?
hundreds.
Oh, God.
But there's a couple that are
It's Cthulhu.
massive.
Is this Cthulhu?
No.
Don't lie to me. Well, I'm gonna go straight to the heart. Right, going right in the middle of the thing.
Right.
Tiger.
Roll your attack.
Tiger
Yeah, you
uppercut.
can't.
What is it?
Something.
20 plus what? It's physical strength, right?
It's your bonus to strike, which will be your physical prowess.
Okay. Plus 4.
And your physical skills are going to give you some too, so we'll have to sort it out
21.
next. 21? Fucking yeah, you hit it.
Yeah. This is a lot. What was it? 1d6? I got 3 melees, right?
Yeah, so you'll hit it once.
That's 3. How'd you say it was?
It'd be a D6 times 10 plus your.
And you said plus 32. I don't know how you figured that out. How'd you get to plus 32? Oh.
Yeah, it just keeps going by 1 point.
So, plus
Every,
32, so it's 1 point past?
yeah, so whatever your strength is, it's
So
just going to
plus
be
38. So
Yeah.
30, 68 for that one.
okay.
We'll stick with this dice. I roll pretty good.
No, that was it. That was it.
Okay.
That's the one.
You sure?
You hit this thing, and its eyeball just blows up everywhere.
So nasty.
I mean, like there's pus and what the fuck ever congealed
And I'm
nonsense.
gonna do a Batman noise. Pow! Even though no one can see me.
You fly in as this wave, and you can feel yourself just, I mean, it's water, so turning to ice and shredding this thing, and you feel teeth and just nastiness rip into you, things that shouldn't hurt. And for the first time, you really feel what pain is. You take 800 MDC.
That's nothing.
And you just explode.
Done past. I've died twice in one attack.
And you just feel yourself plummeting. And
I'll be back.
as you plummet, there's definitely a splashdown.
Blue.
And both of you open your eyes.
And I'm staring at an asshole.
just
I fell out of that.
It's a stink star.
It's a chocolate starfish.
And you guys wake up. You could feel yourself struggling. You're definitely in bonds of some sort.
That's the way I like it.
And
Who are you, little lady?
you're not together.
Hey, mama.
And you see people standing in front of you, and they're tapping on glass.
What's
And-
an exhibit? Are you serious?
And yeah, it's the two of you. Like you open your eyes, and it's just a room. To you,
Mhm.
it looks like a hell of a surgery suite. To you, you're like, what the fuck is this? I'm in a room with white things on and masks on their faces.
Can I try to break free?
Yeah, roll a d20.
I want to break free. That's one.
Shot it up.
Yeah, where's the Jaeger? Jesus.
You're like, you're immediately like ready to fucking snap these lines, and you feel this warm sensation go up one of your arms. He peed. Drew peed himself. It wasn't a sedative.
That'd make anybody stop.
Don't forget, guys. He walked away because he botched.
Jaeger roll.
So it's a Jaeger roll. That's
Why-
exact. That
Why
is
do
the
we
new
don't do
term.
that in
Jaeger
his
roll.
mind? Because we can't do it in my game.
What's that?
We can't do botches Jaeger.
Yeah.
Everyone would be taken immediately.
Drew and I both have like 13 whenever we turn into giant dinosaurs.
Because we can only get botches on our attack rolls when we're
God.
in our Arcid form.
If I'm in my Arcid form, I can botch to shit and back.
Yeah.
But I can play a mean game of red light. Just
True.
Red light, green light.
Drew, you feel this just warm sensation go right into your arm.
Definitely be.
And while you're trying to break free,
Somebody's peeing at me.
you're trying to break out. And you're like, man, fuck it. It's nice. And it just, it slows you down. I mean, you could struggle, but you're not so interested in it.
Drugs are half effective against me.
They use twice as many.
Just thought I'd throw it out there.
Trey, yeah, you definitely hear something happening.
Do I see her?
Yeah, across probably 30 feet away.
I
From
watched him get setidized.
Oh,
Is that a-
yeah, you totally.
Do I see anyone else? Is like there other godlings in here? Like just everyone chained up?
No,
or just
there's
me
just
and
you
her?
two. That's it.
There's me on the outside of the glass. Are we in the same room or are we separated by glass?
You're in the same room.
Okay.
There are.
Are we in like a liquid?
Yes. Like straight up Wolverine. It's just you're standing up in it. Except you look like Wolverine because you have 53 strength.
Yeah.
I can't imagine Hugh
But now
Jackman
he's
didn't take
sleeping.
H.
Yeah.
But he probably did.
He did.
I would.
The bar ain't bending, you're pretending. Screw you. Make me feel bad. The only bar that bends in my car is a Kit Kat.
Oh man, it's true. We say it because we're jealous.
So I just watched him get knocked
Yeah,
out.
you watch him like all of a sudden you knew something was
He
happening,
was hulking.
and then he was just like, "Nah, it's cool."
No, man. It's cool.
That's just
This tank's great. I'll stay here all day, man.
it feels weird, Drew. You feel bubbles all over you.
Hmm.
You fart. You fart, breaks a glass.
Do I have like a breathing apparatus in?
Okay. Well.
What happens when I spit it out?
You can't.
Okay.
Because when you
Might
realize, yeah, you can choke on the tube. Yeah, it's definitely down your throat.
Oh, okay. This is,
Oh crap!
Your nose is plugged.
this is horrible.
So on myself,
Yeah.
I'm going to use.
We're in the Matrix.
We're in the Matrix. I'm going to use bioregeneration on
Rave
myself.
cave.
Uses 6 ISP, and I have way more than that. It's going to mentally heal myself of disease, poison, or physical damage, so that I can just make sure I'm not being poisoned or sanitized or anything like that.
You definitely feel yourself clear up. Like now, as soon as you do that, you can see there's probably a dozen doctors or medical staff in here.
Doctor.
The strangest thing that you're noticing as soon as everything cleared up is you can see 4 other people in the room. They're all standing at the far end away from you, but where the door is. And each of these guys is either encased in or is completely just metal, like a cyborg or a robot, like a full conversion Borg or something. There's no face to them. I mean, there's definitely a mouth. Think of like a xenomorph. You know, it's like a smooth type of setup. You can see all the tubes and such that connect the armor together is all black, but all of the armor itself is white, just white as white could be. They each have a halberd that they're standing there with, but you can see cords going from the halberd and into their arms, and they each have shields at their side too. They most certainly have firearms on their hips as well, and they're big. The guys themselves, the 4 people are exactly the same.
Okay.
There's no difference between them, whether they came off a production line or whatever. If you want anything more about them, let me know. Drew, because of your godling status, you can feel yourself start to kind of come to again. You're not clear, but you're getting your wits about you.
Can I talk to her through my mind?
I don't think you don't have any telepathy skills.
Not that you know of. I thought we were natural telepathy. I thought that was. Oh, thanks. Hold on. Just give me a second. It's definitely not.
But I have telepathy because I'm a scion.
Drew, roll what's your mental endurance? 8?
No, that's my magic ability.
Oh, okay, that's good.
It's 17.
Okay, roll it.
Six.
You start to get a moment of panic again. You feel you have absolutely no connection to this liquid that you're in. You have no sense of being one with it or anything. And then the flash is gone. You're just there again. Like it was a deja vu, and you don't even remember what you were thinking about. You do begin to struggle a little bit. You definitely see him like.
I'm going to use telepathy, and I can't talk. We can't talk because he's not a telepath, which is, I get that. That's kind of neat. So I'm going to send him a message that says, "You need to calm
YOLO.
down. You need to calm down."
Okay. I'll let you keep the connection open. I'm not sure how long the connection lasts.
3 minutes per level.
Okay. I'll let you.
I'm sorry. 2 minutes per level.
Okay.
Reading speed reading. Because that's what I want to do right now is speed read.
I want to speed read all the charts. Okay, well, you don't see any charts because they're using iPods. You're in Steve Jobs' basement.
YOLO.
Yeah, you hear that in your head, Drew. Did somebody bring the silverware?
Across from you.
Okay, so I'll look across from me.
You see a woman. I do not know her description, but she is
Fine as hell. Shit.
strapped into that fucking thing,
Let's do Lilith from True Blood.
and she looks like Lilith from True Blood, and I don't know who
That's
that
easy
is.
enough. Just think of all descriptions of Lilith. Just, she's not, I mean, she's brunette. There's nothing really too keen on her.
Not yet.
Gets God boner. And if anybody knows anything about Greek mythology, all kinds of bad things happen now.
Yeah.
I guess I'll calm down then, if she told me to. Because I can't talk back. Unless
You
can
definitely
read
hear muffled words
I
between
can
the
read his
doctors.
surface thoughts.
surface thoughts.
So if you're thinking something, I can read it. Eavesdrop on what you're thinking.
One thing that's weird, Trey,
Thoughts
you
and
have
feelings.
no idea how you got here. Not only that, you have no memory of being swallowed by that thing. You definitely have like bad juju feelings.
But I don't know.
You do not know. Drew, it's the same with you.
Okay. I'm gonna say to him, think what you want to tell me. What is your name? I don't know if he's smart enough to figure that out, but let's try.
I mean, if you're talking in my head, I'm pretty sure I can figure that out, right?
I'm just kidding.
Magic affinity, he goes crazy. He kills everyone in the lab.
I mean, my magic affinity is an 8, so
Stop these spells, whorish woman.
Damn you, about woman.
how are you talking to me?
You see the doctors are like, what the fuck? And you see them writing stuff down and typing on keyboards. And then they're just eyeballing you guys.
They know.
It's not gonna say anything back.
There's a short guy comes over to your tube. Ding, ding, ding. You awake in there, buddy?
Oh God. Why, Al? Why would you make him ting ting ting? Why? Like, what the fuck, dude? I ain't your fish. I'm just gonna stare into his soul.
You do have horror factor.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
What is your horror factor?
A lot. It's +7 right now. Is there any dead things around?
Mine's 7 plus 1d4 plus 4 if they're
Well, that's again your permanent. So you're gonna roll it and then
2. It's okay. 9 plus 4 if they're hurting the weak.
7 plus 1d4. I gotta roll a d4, right?
Yeah.
Please don't be a fucking 1. It's a 1.
you got an 8.
It's an 8.
That's the only way horror factor goes up is magical means and stuff like that. No.
Makes sense.
Oh, skills don't add to it or anything? Okay.
No.
So you got
One of the mechanic doesn't add to it.
this guy drops the pencil, the what are they called? Stylus.
Yeah.
Drops the iPod pad thing and fucking screams. I mean, he's completely stunned because he rolled a 5.
I'm just gonna smile.
He's just, which is even weirder because he's a giant
So
tube
is he
gun.
screened right there? Is there anybody while they look over at him within 6 feet of me?
Oh yeah. There's not too many within 6 feet of him though.
Oh, I want them to be within 6 feet of me. Okay. Start
Pretty
putting them
soon-
to sleep.
The whole floor's gonna start running away. Get the fuck out of here.
Like, well, good job, guys. You're stuck in tubes. Rest of the game, your character starved to death, but you're God, so it's like 50,000 years.
So how many are in the room with us?
There are a dozen
A
in the
dozen.
room.
One scared.
You should probably try.
One's
I'm
scared.
gonna start putting them to sleep, and then I'm
You
gonna
should
tell
probably
one of them
try
to
to-
let me out.
Honestly, you probably should tell one of them and intimidate
There
them.
are
Push the button, lets me out.
there are two immediately next to you.
I'm gonna put one of them to sleep,
Okay.
and that saving throw is it's within 6 feet, 1 hour per level. That's how long it will last.
Fine hour.
Standard saving throw plus unwilling victims or +5 to save versus psychic attack. I don't know what I roll on that. Sorry.
You just expend your PPE on it or
Oh.
your ISP.
Okay.
You feel yourself trying to will this and nothing happens to the person, but they don't see you. I mean, they're not.
Yeah. Had to try.
They just heard Tommy the retard fucking scream and he's pretty sure you're an asshole.
I wish I could impart images to people. So to impart
Hold on,
an
I
image of
will.
me ripping Tommy right in half.
You see Tommy running over to a table and there's a button on it and he is ready to hit this button.
Hit the button. Oh wait, that might be the
Don't hit
bad
the
button.
button.
You see
How close
five
is
of them.
Tommy? Is it closer to me or closer to him?
Closer to him. You see 5 of the doctors go running over to get Tommy the fuck away from that button. You guys have 1 round between now and when he hits the button
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
to decide on what to do. There may be a giant brown stain on Tommy's pants. You're not even sure at this
Damn
point.
you, Tommy.
Tommy the intern.
Why
You
is Tommy
shouldn't
the
have let
intern?
Tommy the intern.
Don't ever try to scare Tommy the intern. Okay. Well,
Well, while they're all distracted, I'm gonna give the yank of Azragos.
The yank of destiny.
The yank of Azragos on these stupid bindings.
All right.
I'm gonna do everything in my power to get out of here.
Percentage dice.
Think high. Shh,
Think low.
don't say nothing now. Reverse psychology.
What you get?
98. I told you don't say anything. But dice hate me. You gotta say like we need a high number.
You're gonna need to roll percentage dice again.
'Cause I'm gonna die in the first day. Oh god damn it.
What'd you get?
63.
Okay. You feel a ton of warmth going up both arms. You're pissed enough that you
Damn.
keep yourself
They're getting me.
from
Good.
having anything happen to knock you out.
Ooh,
But
I'm riding the wave. It's a big one.
yeah,
is
you're definitely riding the dragon.
Ooh.
Tommy within 100 feet?
Tommy.
Tommy
yeah.
within 100 feet. Okay, I'm gonna use empathy and try to make him, instead of feel terror, feel love.
Yeah.
Okay. What's a saving throw for me?
Let's put the
Make him feel the love.
standard save versus
Push.
empathy means psychic cannot get a clear sense of emotion of a particular person. To save versus empathy, the person must roll to save once each melee that psychic's using empathy. Mind block will prevent it. Standard is the save.
Push the green button, Tommy.
Tommy stops. 2 of the doctors just run directly into him. The other ones jump in front of the table and keep him. And you can't tell what they're saying. It's all muffled, but he seems okay. You definitely get the impression it worked. And whatever door you opened, it let you right in. But you see them, they're grabbing him and sitting him down in a chair and handing him a drink. They pull his mask off of him. Pretty
So it's-
young,
So
pretty
it's 2 minutes. I'm just gonna keep giving him the sense that he actually
Okay.
loves us. He really, really likes us a lot, and we're nice people. And
Okay.
You
He's pretty well set. You don't feel like it's going to snap out.
but I do
It's-
kind of want him to feel bad that we're in here because he
Okay.
loves us so much. And maybe not right this second. He should help us, but he could come back later in the evening and let us go.
It could be right this second because I'm pretty sure I won't feel any pain that happens to me right now. Whatever, dude.
Both of you roll
Yes.
d20s.
High numbers. No, dice?
17.
That's what I got.
Okay.
Team 17.
Team 17.
You guys are startled
Boom.
because there is
Balloon.
a person that appears right between you, just stands, boom, right in the middle of the floor. It's only enough to just like give you a start. You're tripping balls enough that you're like, oh man, I didn't even see you.
Where did you
You're
come
like
from?
straight up Jim Brewer.
Were you there all the
Oh,
time?
Jim Brewer. We thought of him
You know
forever.
my blind spot, man. Like,
Thought of poor Jim Brewer.
and there is a guy standing there who looks straight out of 300.
Oh, so
Like,
he's not Jim
cape,
Brewer.
loincloth, boots, and a spear.
Leonidas. It's cracking.
He's big, height wise. He's probably 8 feet tall.
Seem bigger. Say.
Has the full like dark skin, brown hair. There are no scars on him at all. There's nothing like that. Both of you roll d20s again. It's going to be your mental endurance.
3.
11.
I have
Yours
24.
was a 17, so oh yeah, you're fine. You both feel,
12.
Drew, you more than her, feel compelled that you should kneel in front of him, despite the fact you have no ability to kneel. You feel like you
I'll just kinda,
should be.
I'll just kind of relax my head. Yeah.
Just look at him with junk.
That's all I got, man. That's all you get.
Trey, you still, I mean, you know, because you are more intelligent.
Barely. Strike you?
22.
A lot.
You know that you're in the presence of a greater god.
Could be Hercules. He can hit
No,
me.
he kind of makes Hercules look like a bitch. Like,
Yeah.
not
Oh.
physically strength-wise, but he is perfect.
Gonna say it's probably God of War, would be my guess.
And he definitely shouts something that you guys don't understand. It's in a language neither of you understand. And he waves his hand
Right.
at those people, at the doctors that were at the table, and they just all go sprawling. Like something hit them. And they all just Trey, you notice those 4 guys there? They don't even budge. They're like, whatever.
Huh.
And as he walks up, yelling at the group of doctors, the 4 guards turn and they all take a knee and are just averted eyes. If you didn't know better, you would say that, well, matter of fact, roll a d20. Do your what's your mental endurance?
24.
Damn, your stats are so fucking high. All right, just roll it.
17.
Okay,
7.
you get a
Plus 7.
no, not for what she was doing. It's okay.
Oh.
Um,
Oh, man, really? That's great.
you when they turn and they kneel, you feel one of those surges of faith go into this guy. And I mean, whether they're automatons or whatever they are, they have human brains. There's no two ways about that. Or mortal brains.
You got mortal brains.
And he turns back around and looks at you and motions with his hands.
Uh-oh.
And you can feel all the water just, or whatever it is, suspension fluid, starts to drop out of it. And you guys land fairly comfortably on your feet. All the tubes, needles, prodding things come out. And everything opens up. And strangely enough to you, Trey, you're already, Drew, you immediately are in a kneeling position.
Right.
Trey, you feel yourself kneel doesn't feel like it was entirely you. Like, you know you should be. Doesn't mean you want to.
If they
And
let us out, I feel a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he comes walking over between you. He says, "Children, rise, rise. There's no need to kneel in front of me." You feel like he's being a dick. And he motions for you to stand. And I mean, completely different face from when he yelled at those guys. I mean, those guys on the ground are still on the ground. And they have made no attempt to get to their feet. They're kneeling just like the robots.
Mhm.
Well, cyborgs.
I'll stand up. If he wasn't joking, because he might hit me.
Yeah, no. He comes over and
I'll
helps
stand
you
up,
up.
but I'm gonna make myself 8'1".
What's up?
Hey,
Children, it's good to see that you're awake. It's been so long.
you're calling us children, but who are you?
Well, I guess it's not a surprise. This has happened to you before, you know. Yeah, I suppose you don't remember. It's fine. Just come with me. I think
Okay.
father would suffice.
Right.
And he just turns and starts walking out of the building or walking out of the room.
Following that guy. Papa.
You've got your Wolverine like thing on your waist. You know, the thing that he breaks out of the water. For some reason it has an open ass. I don't know what's going on there.
Check it out.
I'll follow.
He walks
Don't
out
act
in
like you're not
assless
impressed.
chaps.
You're like 8 feet tall. It'd be like in my face. It'd be awkward.
Yeah.
Especially out of a brother.
Perfect.
Really weird.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
awkward.
Yeah.
But I don't think God's cared about that thing either.
No,
Neither
they
do the
obviously
Lannisters.
didn't. The Lannisters
Worked out
already
for
paid their
them.
debts.
Swimming in-
Kind of.
Swimming. I'm just following.
Okay. As soon as you guys are out the door, and it's not swing open anything, it's straight up out of the ceiling and straight back down. You turn and you realize, just looking around, coming out of this hallway, which is pretty long. I mean, there's definitely some distance there. 100 yards probably. There are guards all around you, and they're all just falling into line behind you. And they are, despite the fact they're all about 6 foot tall, you had to guess 300-400 pounds with weapons, they're dead silent. I mean, there's the only thing you hear is the occasional like clicking of one of their feet on the ground. That's it. There's nothing else noise wise at all coming from them. Children, you've been asleep for so long.
How long?
Well, that depends. You, dear Lilith, you've been asleep for nearly a century, at least by this planet's standards.
It's a good nap.
And you've been asleep for nearly 80 years. You don't remember what brought you here?
No.
Look, I woke up in a vat of goo.
Well, your
And then
memory,
You're saying Papa. And I'm like, what?
your memory, it will return in time. Don't worry.
And this happened before.
Oh, it's happened multiple times. It's all part of the cycle.
Damn.
My cycle will be over soon, and I will have to rest. And you will take over in my stead. The problem last time was an attack we faced from the west, but you held it off. So everything was okay. We lost many lives, but they're plebes. Goes over. Guards all stop. A door opens, and you see, much like Dark Souls, it's not so much an elevator as like a dais, that lifts straight up. And I mean, he walks out onto it and, motions for you guys to follow.
So, where are we now?
We're in the Temple of Elydian.
Duh.
You didn't know that.
Yeah, I did. Memories
Roll
coming
your,
back.
roll your intelligence.
Yeah, it's we got a 4.
Yeah, you recognize it,
Temple of Lydian. You don't remember this?
bitch.
Sis?
That's creepy.
It's fine. It's fine.
What? Brother and sister is creepy now? Really?
You're being weird.
The guards handed you before you
You're weird.
really got walking.
You're weird.
It was actually 2 of the guards that handed you robes to put on. They're
A little
not.
less creepy.
Yeah, they're not too dissimilar from togas, which is
Yes.
strange.
Ready for the
And-
party.
Both of you.
I'm a master at beer pong.
Well, no, I guess you're both in togas, so you're fine.
Toga bogus.
And you can feel the dais is going up. Doesn't look like any motion on the walls though, which is really weird. You can feel the pressure change, most definitely, but you don't see anything happening with the walls, and you're not in an elevator. Drew, you don't know what an elevator is. Trey, you're not in an elevator. There's not many underwater elevators, to be fair. So
Right.
To be fair, yeah.
I figured there has to be a reason why your guy doesn't have so much in the way of modern things. And I figured as an elemental intelligence to start before you were a god.
Oh, yeah.
Elemental intelligences are nothing to fuck with. Like in this game, there are like vampire intelligences. Vampire intelligences are pretty worthless. Like strong enough PCs. I mean, that's fair to say about anything. But you get some fairly decent PCs, you're going to wreck one. I mean, they have thousands of MDC. They're still not that great. It's all the vampires they summon and control that are the big things. Then there are like godling. Well, godlings are a step down from intelligences. But then there are the elemental intelligences, which are just purely the elements themselves. They have no working emotion because they just don't see anything in the same aspect as a mortal at all. They don't care if they live. They don't care if they die. They're just there to be there. The next step up would be like would be the gods, and then alien intelligences, which those are like Cthulhu type things. Then there would be the greater gods like Zeus and some of the other ones, the leads of the pantheons. And then beyond that step are great old ones. And the great old ones are they're fucking retarded.
Right.
Like they're all gone. They were all locked away, much like the H.P. Lovecraft stories, like locked away because they can't be killed. It's thought like alien intelligences were created out of their dreams just because they couldn't wake up. So they manipulated their own dreams to say, okay, well, here's what we're sending back. We can't get you, but these guys can.
Wow.
And things like that. So, I mean, and they're giant, shapeless masses, not even like the thing that's not an alien intelligence. The alien intelligence would kick that thing's ass. So, anyway,
It's like a really awkward elevator ride.
it is.
It's one of those.
So you remember nothing of what
No.
happened. Oh.
Nope.
Well, son, you did suffer many, many head wounds. But
Yeah.
to be fair,
Ah,
there were countless dead on the enemy's side due to you. Not that your sister fared any worse. It was just the cycle she was a part of ended sooner. If you would have been together longer, the work may have been over. But you knocked back the enemy's lines far enough. They pose no real threat currently. And we will be sending expeditions since we are here together for a long enough period, the next several years. The, how should I say, less desirables have already been trying to sneak to the old lands, the blasted lands, to confirm, I believe, to loot. I mean, what else can they do? But they're there to loot, and we have placed spies within their ranks to see what has happened to the blasted lands in everyone's absence. They seek to return soon, and I believe I will be sending both of you on reconnaissance. The world in the time you've been sleeping has lost faith, though there are those amongst us that still believe fully. I think it is our time for you to step in and have that faith returned. Our numbers are very low.
Is everybody else sleeping? Or are they not around
No.
anymore?
So how many of us
Isn't-
died?
All of us, except for you and your sister, myself.
Well, that doesn't seem very good.
Well, it all began some time ago when the star Wormwood fell on the planet. Roll, both of you, a d20 and roll low.
Yeah, don't say that. I told you. My dice are low, they roll high.
10.
16.
No memory of it.
Dude. Yeah,
When the star Wormwood fell,
what's that?
you know, the great insect sphere crashed into the planet, decimated the Pantheon.
Insect sphere.
Yeah, it gives you a twinge. You know, there's something to it, but the disease that ran rampant from it overwhelmed the land, but we kept the people protected. Naturally, segregation has occurred, but the lessers amongst the plebes are the lessers. You don't know what else to expect from them. And it is with them that, while I am cynical, I believe we need to return the faith to. There are, of the entire planet, only 2.5 million people left alive. Our power is waning.
Ooh.
I'm sure if you had the memory for it, you would feel that your strengths have been greatly diminished, as of my own. But we won't let anybody else know that. You feel yourself come to a stop. The door opens in front of you, and just light, tons of light pours in. Oh. It's enough to be stunning for a second. And he puts his arms around you, laughing, realize he doesn't have a spear on him anymore, and pulls you out into the light. And when you step out, you can feel the wind hitting your faces. You feel this energy just start to pick up in you. You can, again, from faith, you could feel it beginning to hit you. You see Dad.
Nobody's in there anymore.
His chest kind of swells, you know, and he stands to his fullest height, 12'2" now. And he was really slouched in there. And he stands to his full height, and he has his arms around you. And both of you feel something on your head. Like
little crowns.
Yes. There's olive branches, but they're shiny as fuck.
Shiny as fuck.
They be shiny, son.
Man, my olive
They're
branches.
definitely platinum. I mean, no two ways about it.
Oh, shit.
Damn, this is pimp.
Look at my fucking goddamn olive branches.
When he steps out, you can see, or when you guys step out, you are on the top of a mountain, naturally. And without looking behind you, I mean, there's definitely a shadow from, oh no, I guess there's no shadow if the light's in your face. So you step out and you can look down into this giant valley, and there are just buildings and really high rises, though they're nowhere near like the mountain you're on. It'd be like saying, "Oh yeah, Empire State Building's big," but you're on top of Mount Everest. So you're like, okay,
Right.
yeah. I mean, they're big.
Mhm.
It's probably like it'd be like looking in Pittsburgh. Is exactly what it'd
Okay.
be looking like, height wise, maybe the tallest buildings. And even from here, you can hear people cheering, and there's people waving flags, and you can start to see as your eyes are focusing that the city goes out into like concentric rings, and the biggest part, the prime area, is it's got a wall between it and the next, and there are definitely turrets of some sort on this wall. The next wall out, it's really like mostly looks like houses. Wouldn't be too crazy to say that, while there are probably rich people living in the city, the less rich people are just outside of it. And then out further from that, borderline Lion King, where it's definitely dark in general.
What's
It's
that
just,
shadowy place over there?
Don't worry about that.
don't worry, there's
Simba.
fucking hyenas.
Yeah, that's the elephant
Boss would have
grave.
just said it right off the bat.
Graveyard.
If
The
you just would
elephant
have gave the
graveyard.
truth.
We're totally going, Dad.
I'm gonna skull a fucking elephant.
I'm gonna take an elephant tusk and shove it up another elephant. It's gonna be amazing.
And yeah, you could definitely get the adulation, and I mean, there's people on all of the walls, markedly fewer from the outermost ring. But I mean, there's tons and tons and tons, and he's going on about something. You hear the way he's carrying himself, or see the way he's carrying himself, and causing his voice to project. I mean, it's just booming, and the applause continues to go, despite the facts that noises are conflicting. It seems like he's, in the middle of, if somebody's praying to their God and their God speaks back to them, I don't think it matters if both people are talking at once. So, yeah, you definitely can. You can look around, see what there is to see, but you do know there's a large building behind you.
Well, this is interesting. This happen often?
Only every time you wake up.
Oh, must be a lot.
Only once in a generation or so. Sadly, this world, its mortals are fragile compared to the others. There are other worlds, but we'll get to that. You actually both realize there are other worlds. There's just straight up, there's people other places.
Huh.
So what would you like to do first? We can go home, and he motions behind you. And when you turn where you came up out of the ground, I mean, there is the Parthenon, or something damn near that. But it does go out in steps. It'll be like, here's the main location. Then it's not a far cry from what Olympus would be described like. On the top of a mountain, it's got just beams of sunlight hitting it, making it almost look like it's glowing. You can see guards stationed at each of the pillars. They all are exactly the same. There are a couple amongst them that look like they might be sleeker. Trey, you get the feeling that it's probably just a female. It's no real difference, but
Right.
just the body form is slightly off. And there is one of them who's standing. You see him walk out into the middle, right out of the front door. And he looks nothing like the others. He's completely red, like dark blood red. Looks like a beefed up version of the Terminator. Just huge shoulders. It's not nearly as big as you guys are. But as for the way cyborgs go, pretty damn big. And roll you have gunnery, right? Or heavy weapons.
Mhm.
Roll a d20.
Yep. 18.
Ooh.
There are most definitely 6 giant barrels on this guy's back. They all point off. They point off like spines,
Right.
and they're missile launchers. They can mortar right out of it, except you can use smart missiles, things like that in those. So I mean, they fire and then they'll
Right.
target and everything. He is a pretty damn brutish cyborg though, or robot compared to the others. Definitely not the same make, model, whatever. His melee weapon is a sword. Doesn't have a halberd. But he's got more than a couple guns on him too. And you're under the impression they probably has like RoboCop style storage containers and shit, just to make up for some of the mass that he has, you know. But yeah, I mean, he has no armor on. It's just him. And he's just standing back. He's not coming up or anything.
Definitely guard. And give him the old fucking knuckle pound. What's up, dude?
Right off the mountain.
Yeah. Oops.
Dude, can you fly?
You need a new captain. I didn't think that would happen.
We're gonna need another Timmy.
Hey, Jim, you just got promoted. Congratulations. Go paint yourself red. Come stand over here.
Your father turns around and he says, well, it's enough with that, all the mortals, but I can't tell you how happy I am to see that you're both awake, and to both be awake at the same time is incredible. Doesn't happen. At least not for you to wake up at the same time. That gives us hope that maybe this is the last cycle. Maybe we'll all stay awake. I can feel my energy ebbing, so I don't think so. But we can hope. So you must be hungry.
Yeah.
The liquid nutrients are a joke. So please,
Nutrients.
12,500 carbs a day, bitch.
I need
Carbs?
I need-
Just the
I
carbs?
need 13 chickens right now, cooked.
Fuck the chickens.
Just bring me a barn full of animals.
You have horses?
It's time to eat.
I am French, no?
I'm French, no?
My name is Jean-Paul.
Where's the galley?
The
Cafeteria.
galley.
Whatever the hell you want to
The
call
hall. Come
That
on.
thing.
You can't tell me you've forgotten. You get this impression that you...
it. I've been reading that stupid stuff, the Seas book. Man, brought a galley.
As you're walking in, you could see there's a couple places on the columns that are cracked and have like pretty sizable dents in them, or I guess it's rock, so areas that have been crushed. And you get this feeling of like familiarity where you're like, I did that.
That
Was that your head there? That big.
was my hand.
It was my dick.
My hand, I mean.
Okay, Theon, calm down.
Fina.
All the guards drop, including the big red one.
Knuckle pound.
Are you knuckle pounding?
And yeah, you hit him right in his forehead. He dies.
You like tap him real gently.
Like, fuck, it happened again.
This way you could have no friends.
So we can't have little guys.
He motions for him to stand up. Says, children, do you remember Praetorius?
Do we remember?
Do we remember?
Roll D20. Trey,
No.
minus 10.
Oh.
Drew,
don't-
minus 5.
I rolled a 13, so.
What's your intelligence? 24.
Oh, 2.
17.
Neither of you remember.
It was a 12.
You're like, what? And he bows to both of you. And when he nods, well, I take that back. He takes a step forward. It says, Praetorius Maximus at your service.
Oh,
And
strong man.
Don't tap him on the shoulder. He might fly away.
yeah, he might. He doesn't have enough MDC. He said, if you would allow me, and he reaches over to a bag that he has on his hip and hands it to you. Actually, you do see a compartment open on his leg, on his left leg, and he reaches in and hands you a bag, you directly. When he does that, you can see there are retractable machine guns in his forearms. There's probably a vibro blade of some sort in there, but just knowing weapons. And Drew, I mean, after seeing everybody like bristling, yeah, I mean, you know he's armed, well armed.
Right.
And if you are you gonna open the bag?
Hell yeah. What's in the bag?
What's in the box? Come on.
What's in the box?
Come on, what the fuck's in the box? What's the box? Okay. So you open it up. There are
Channel the Brad Pitt.
2 gauntlets in it.
Oh.
I mean, they're forearm bracers, really. They're not gauntlets per se.
Do I remember him?
Immediately, you know they're yours.
Fucking sweet.
Yeah,
On the
that's
go.
like perfect
Nice, aren't
fit.
they?
So jealous.
You've always been a brat.
You're a brat.
I don't even remember that, but you've been one, I'm sure.
I'm sure you're worse.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
And he turns and looks at you.
You go stand in front of that column. real
Why don't
quick.
you stand in front of the
You
phone?
stand in front of
You.
You.
He stands in front of you. The other leg pops open,
Here's your bag.
and he hands it to you.
How small that is.
Because I'm not a gigantic beast.
That's right. You said it.
That's my new name, Gigantic Beast.
From now on, you got to.
Yeah, you feel a handle when he hands it to you. There's definitely a handle on it. It's a beer stein. You open it up, and it actually looks like what you would consider a thieves' dagger. It's a dagger, well, a cut person's dagger. It has a long, thin blade to it. It's not too dissimilar from like a fillet knife.
What
I
the hell are you
mean,
gonna do with that thing?
the base of the
Go and
blade's
find
thicker.
out.
There, when you look at it, there are runes all over it too, just like your bracers.
Copycat.
Thank you.
He bows. He turns and shouts. What languages do you guys know?
A lot. I
I
have
can-
2 extra languages. So why don't you tell me what that
I
guy
have
speaks?
3 extra languages that I haven't picked
Okay.
yet.
Yeah, I'll let it.
You automatically get language or English and Elvish.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I get Dragonese and
Dragonese and Elvish, I think, are the same. Homo languages, I don't know. Nothing wrong with being a homo. There isn't. I'm just saying.
Dragon. That's what it said. Dragon.
Yeah, it's
Just
Dragonese.
laughing about it.
Why?
No reason.
So,
Dragonese, Elvenese. Look at these. What's that stupid Jerry Moon thing she does? Devil's Rejects? Chinese, Japanese,
Dirty knees.
dirty knees. Look at these.
I've seen that movie a
You
lot.
don't remember? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, carry on.
I'm a fan.
Rob's always lucky man.
He's also rich.
That usually helps.
God damn it.
I'm sure she's with him for his moral views and
I think they've been together for
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Ever since he had money.
Like pre money. Pre money.
pretty much since he went platinum. Yeah. Boom.
I
Hey.
think, yeah, it was
think
like
it's
right
free money.
after Astro Creep or something like that.
Hmm.
Because I remember when Nightmare Before Christmas came out, and they had a episode. I don't know if it was one of those Cribs things or something, but they had painted
Yeah,
him and his
they
wife had
yeah.
painted the Nightmare Before Christmas in their kid's bedroom.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, and then they showed his fucking horror
His movie
collection.
collection. It's like every
Wow.
horror movie ever.
Yeah.
Like ever. It's pretty impressive.
I bet he's really disappointed with Netflix. So I fucking got this. Like what? The horror section.
Yeah.
Except good ones.
You guys aren't showing me anything new. So I've seen them all. I've even made some of these.
The guards that stand, all of the white ones, when they turn, it looks at first like they have the tubes on their back as well, but you realize it's actually sets of blades that come off of their backs, and there's 3 of them, like 3 on each side, so there's 6. But we have a flash of recognition, and there's something akin to wings. You definitely, I mean, you've seen them fly.
Uh-huh.
You know that at some point.
Charles.
I didn't get time to charge them.
I knew I should have plugged in.
Bonus to being a cyborg, you can get your head ripped off and you still live for like 48 hours or something. Or that could be a really terrible thing if you're a cyborg. Get your head ripped off and tossed to the bottom of the
And I was
ocean.
gonna say your head could sit there and you could watch your body fly off that way.
Hey, Wolverine, why don't you crawl yourself over there? They ripped his legs off, asshole. What am I going to crawl with? My tongue? Oh, wait, I'm a cyborg. I'm speaking through a fucking speaker. You ass. Over and out.
Fuck you.
And yeah, they start walking you into the hall.
I can't wait to eat. I'm so hungry.
Is that all you do?
Masturbate.
Can you see me? Takes a lot to keep this physique. My physical.
We will
beauty-
dine in the throne room.
28.
Luke Diamond Phillips. So you said that's what I thought you said.
22.
That's
for what?
pretty ridiculous.
22.
For what?
Physical beauty.
Mine's 23.
See,
You're both whores.
you look pretty good too.
Ew, you're gross.
Hold on. Let me get that for you.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this orange.
I must get the orange for you.
Sorry.
Oh, it's all over my bicep.
Orange.
Yeah, he brings you into the Acropolis or what have you.
That's gonna be like, go back to sleep.
You can just go shoot up.
Just go back.
Yeah, you guys walk in, and I mean, it would be like a spitting image of what the Acropolis would be if it weren't blown to shit here, or the Parthenon rather. There's all kinds of rooms, hallways. There are people milling about. As soon as you guys walk into a room, everything. I mean, it doesn't matter. You're walking through a hallway, everything stops, and people just take a knee immediately.
Hey, so
You don't always get the feelings of
They want to.
faith. Yeah, I mean,
some of it's fear.
there's a good amount that is.
It's probably fear and
So
obeying.
Hey, pops. That
Pops?
thing we woke up in down there.
Mhm.
Was that our sleeping chamber or some shit?
Well, sadly, it's more for show than anything. When you go into slumber, I want people to be able to keep their eyes on you. There aren't entities in this world that are necessarily happy about us, while the 4 guards that were there would be sufficient to handle any mortal on this continent. There are other things, and I feared mostly for your safety. In the past, the antechamber has been where you've slept, but I feel we face too many threats.
So it's good I didn't try to blow up one of their brains.
I was really trying to get out of there to kill all those people, just so you know.
It happens.
It would be nice if there was like a note in
Yeah,
the tube
like-
that said,
Maybe like next time, write on the glass, "Hey, it's okay." Yeah.
just engrave it in the metal there, please.
Show up sooner.
Tommy
Well,
almost died. Tommy was having
Tell Tommy to stop tapping on
yeah,
the
tell him to
glass
stop. That is rude.
like I'm a
That's
fish.
just rude.
Well, of all of them,
Tommy's a
he is the
bitch.
least experienced.
He got
I
scared.
don't think. Oh, well.
I think you should pay Tommy a visit later.
I am.
I'm going to teabag him. I'm going to go right over his head and just drop.
Hey, Tommy, what's up?
Bloop.
I'm gonna page him to a desk and be like,
Oh, he doesn't know that Tommy loves him now. It's right out of game.
he's not gonna love. Well,
Well,
take him part toe by toe.
there are steps that must be taken to keep you safe. There is no one that would have made it into there. Sadly, I can't say that the palace would be the safest of all locations.
The palace is under attack too.
We're always under attack. But as you can see from the city, they're doing well. It's just a concerned old man is all I am. So I do apologize if it was anything frightening. I was
You're
not
such a
my
swell daddy.
Was he
You say
always
that?
like this, or is this something that happened over
You say
time?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll D20.
Oh man, this is gonna hurt. I got a 17 again.
God, you've rolled like 6 of them.
You say it and you feel yourself compelled to say father and like
Father.
yeah. Something happened. You
Oh, I'm
get
just gonna
yeah,
laugh because
yeah,
it's funny to me. Damn. Has he always been this way?
always.
Punch you.
He's threatening me now with punches.
Please don't make me separate.
I didn't threaten no
You
one.
Two
did. You said you're gonna
godlings.
punch me.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Silence.
Okay.
You need to act your station in front of the plebes. And he audibly says it in front of every cyborg that's standing right there.
Oh, cyborgs. Oh, cyborgs. They're not people.
So there are
Dad, you're stupid.
What the fuck did I write? Oh, okay. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
Wait, that says you're dead.
Oh wait, Drew died. Oops.
No, I didn't do it.
So when you walk in
Yes.
to the throne room,
Walk in.
Oh.
there are 3 thrones. His is naturally
3
sitting on
thrones
the
behind
highest.
them.
You two are off to the side, much like in Lord of the Rings, where yours are significantly lower down.
Smaller.
You're huge, so it can't really be smaller.
No, it
They're
can be
not
small. I can be sitting in a little chair.
I'm in timeout. They're all gold, just complete.
Mm.
Damn,
How much is it worth?
$12. There's tons of gold in this place.
$12.
There's so much gold, the market is fucking flooded with it.
This whole building's gold. Shit.
My dick made out of gold.
That's a problem.
I got gold cock rings. 24 karat. Oh shit.
So they walk you through, and I mean, you know where each of you is going to sit, and as he motions for you to take your seats, a table rises up, kind of like what the hell's the book? Off to Be the Wizard.
Oh
the
yeah.
floor moves and the table comes up out of it, and there are people that start just bustling in and out and running in, putting stuff on the table, getting everything set for you guys, asking you what you want to drink, what they can bring you. while you're
Wine. Lots of
They
wine.
come over and
Now.
they're bringing over jugs. You kind of hear them. You hear them chuckle a little,
You're dead.
and
I don't even know what I'm doing.
bitch, I want to get drunk.
I can barely remember who I am.
Would you like to watch the games?
Yeah.
NFL or
Can I join in the games?
Well,
Not
I
that kind
mean, it would be highly unusual, but
I'd
I
win.
don't see what harm it could cause.
Can I bet against him in the games?
You can do as you like.
Bet however you want. You're going to lose your bet. You bet against me.
Do you wish to wait till after dinner?
Yeah. Let's do that first. I'm starving, Pops. Maybe that'll help me remember things.
You slur your last couple words.
Maybe that'll help me remember
You're
things.
like,
Whew, I better eat now.
no, no, you don't feel drunk at all.
Oh.
You felt like something else happened to you.
All right.
It's called an aneurysm. We should detect it early.
I'm going to go back to sleep.
There's actually no lie TV monitors that show. They come right out of the columns.
This is amazing.
And there is a straight up, I mean, it comes out and they come around so you can sit there and people are handing you wine.
Are they
And,
like the panoramic
Mhm.
TVs? So I can just
And
like stick my head in there and be surrounded.
there's so much death. Games are awesome. You're looking right into a coliseum. I mean, you're right there. And you realize you're seeing through someone's point of view. Whether that be literally their point of view or
Oh,
fucking
so this is
camera
like
attached.
the viewing pool, only modern.
Correct.
Sweet.
And
Awesome.
you can see all this sand, you know, it's all sand. There's people in the stands cheering and screaming. And these two guys come running towards you, just straight towards you. Fairly cliche. I mean, they're both big dudes. They've got partial armor on. And one of them you could see actually has pointed ears. He's not so fair skinned or anything as an elf. Got a lot of tattoos that you can see. And you hear chuckling as these two guys are charging and they're screaming. One has a sword, one has a club. And you hear this sound of a motor. And then this chuckling. And you see this massive chainsaw blade out of your own vision just come swinging up. And I mean, it's got teeth. If you weren't gods, you wouldn't be able to see it because it's going so fast. And it's got teeth this big, being 3.5 inches. And it just cuts the first person. I mean, immediately. And I mean, there's people throwing things in the stands. You see somebody vomit. There's there's all kinds of
Pussy.
things.
Are you sure you want
And-
to go to this, brother?
Yeah. You get chainsaw, ain't gonna scare me. Look,
The
those guys rushed
camera
in.
jostles. It shakes. And you see it spin around. You realize the second one, he missed. He didn't hit him with the chainsaw. And that guy has the sword. You see the guy jump back and put his hand on one of the tattoos. When he puts his hand on the tattoo, a gout of flame fires out of his hand. And people are screaming. You know, you can visibly tell this guy stumbles back. But the chuckling just continues. He starts going, putting his hand on his other hand and doing this. He dropped the sword. And there are blades flying out of this tattoo on the guy's hand.
Now that's cool.
And
That's pretty neat.
you see the camera pan down. And when it looks down, you realize whatever this thing is, it's not a person that's walking around the arena with a chainsaw. It's got 3 of these knives stuck in its belly, and it's got really, looks like thick, almost rhinoceros skin. And when it looks back up, it's just in time to catch a sword glint off its helmet, causes it to stumble back. You see the chainsaw drop from his hands, and he just makes a big right hand, just haymaker of a swing at the guy. And when he makes contact, the guy's jaw just explodes.
No, I like the fire guy.
And when it explodes, I mean, there's teeth and blood and whatever else is in there, and tongue flying through
It's
the
like
air.
Oberyn all over again.
You could see this thing has claws on its hand that are probably as big as the chainsaw teeth. And
So much for daggers being cool, huh?
it walks back over,
I got rolled.
grabs the chainsaw, turns back around. The guy's completely stunned. He's managing to get himself back to his feet. And you see him take the chainsaw, he lowers it towards him. You see a little red pinprick of light hit the guy in the chest. And then there's just a loud crack. When the crack goes off, there's just a laser hole scorched right through the center of his chest, and the guy just topples. And everybody starts screaming again. And the helmet goes flying off, and when it lands, there's a pretty cliche view of the guy standing there holding the chainsaw, and it is this massive. The only thing you could describe it as was a gargoyle. I mean, gray skin, giant leathery wings, and it's just waving a chainsaw in the air. It didn't really have real armor on. It just had partial stuff. You realize he never knocked the knives out of them, but they're gone. I mean, pretty good assumption. It's obviously magic. But there's cheering. Says there will be a lull in the fighting for a time, but I do believe they are having guests enter, and it may not be bad.
Totally going. You coming?
Why?
Because there are people and they want to see us.
They want to see us slaughter them.
That thing, yeah. What's a more impressive way to show your power than beat the big stone baddie down there in the arena? I'm telling you, one right hook, that thing's gonna be gone. Kaboom.
I'll watch from the sidelines. I'll come, but I'm not 8 feet tall.
You can be.
No, I'm good.
Okay. I'm going after we eat.
Do you wish to go armed, or
I got all I need right here, Pops. Father.
I'm just gonna do it every time he says it.
Sorry.
armor?
I got whatever that armor we come with.
Okay.
What is it, like fucking?
I think it's like 130 what you have.
It's pretty good, whatever it is. Archaic armor of the Pantheon. Oh,
You
shit,
have it
I
too.
forgot to add that 3D 4x10
The what?
MDC.
Oh wow. We still would have died from the black
Yours
walls.
looks
1220.
yours looks like I said, even though it has an archaic quality to it,
Mhm.
yours does definitely have some like not cybernetic, but there's electronic things on it. You know, it's modernized. It's not.
There's a digital watch.
Yeah,
on
there's
all
a
the-
digital watch and one of those like calculator watches.
It's pretty damn cool. I'm excited about it.
Fucking nerd.
Geek. Let's go.
All right. If you guys want to go,
Father, with your leave,
he just waves.
keep an eye out. There might be a gargoyle flying this way. Tiger!
This is gonna be really amusing.
Probably gonna get cut in half. It's all right.
I can heal you.
I hope so.
Ish.
Can you heal 2 of me? Because there might be
You regenerate 1d6 times 5 around. Every
You're supposed to
four.
put your body together.
Every 4.
I'll just line them up.
push it together.
I'll make sure that one's not facing up and one's not facing down. Actually, I might.
1d6 times 5 every round, every minute.
Yeah. So
Which
every
is
4 rounds.
Every 4 hours.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean,
Ridiculous.
I promise I will not put your head up and your butt down.
Mention I have 534 MDC. Kadunk. Kadunk.
I think the reason they do it that way, not only because you're gods, but the MDC gain per level is so low
Right.
that they may as well
Right.
just start you off being able to do some shit.
Handle something.
Or else you'll be sitting there forever not doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So guards bring you.
I'll take my rifle.
This is my rifle. This is my gun. This is for fun, and this is for fun.
The guards bring you to an area of the palace, and he kneels. And when he kneels, he tells you, please step onto the platform. It will bring you anywhere you need to go within the palace or within the city. Simply request the Colosseum and it will bring you to your seats
I'll step on it. Coliseum.
immediately. He's gone as soon as he steps on it. You step.
I'll do the same thing.
Yeah, he's dressed up like Commodus in Gladiator because he has his armor on, but he still has a toga on. So
It's true.
he's sharp.
I still have the toga. I should have put on some general garb.
So
Toga.
when you guys show up, because the whole mob mentality, the people are cheering so much that when they see the flash of light where you appear, which you two didn't do, the flash of light, they wheel around and they all look, and there is dead silence for about 3 seconds, and then the screaming just picks up tenfold.
Does our entourage music start right when we get off the elevator, or
Bum, 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 bum.
let's play for my armor?
As he.
I like more we just keep saying ass.
Yeah.
You show up
Yeah.
and there's just people like falling over themselves. You look, there's just like a normal Coliseum. There's an area for you. There's areas for aristocrats.
We would have
Things
brought
like
like
that.
lots of food too
What's that?
to divvy out amongst
Okay.
the plebes.
They fucking love it, despite the fact most of these plebes are probably pretty rich.
I thought you brought it for yourself.
No, I already ate like probably half a mountain up there. Be my
He's
guess.
gonna eat, he's gonna put a whole turkey leg in his mouth,
That's why I want to
suck the meat off the bone, and stick the gargoyle right in the eye.
We can take him up there and eat his ass. He's next. It's got to be at least a ton of meat on that thing. A bunch of
They
whole
haven't
ribs.
even managed to clean up all of the arena yet. I mean, one different thing as opposed to just being sword gouges, there's laser burns,
Right.
there's all kinds of broken metal, things that you don't even recognize. So, like, might be a cyborg's eyeball. I don't know. It could have been a fucking drone. I don't know if it was a predator drone. I'm not even sure. You see most of the people in the stands, probably 80%, roughly, maybe 70, are human. There are a lot that look like the other guy did with the pointy ears.
Oh.
And those guys, they look bigger and stronger than the humans. And there are other creature races mixed amongst them too. You do see a gargoyle or two here or there. None of them look like that guy. And there's just in general, there's a mixture of races, whether they be orcs or things you just don't recognize. Some sort of alien. Most of them are in the garb. There are some that might not be exactly fitting in, but I mean, they're all cheering. And
What do you say, sister? You gonna join me?
Yes. I'll stand in the back.
What do you can sit in the back and do?
A lot.
Where do we sign up?
you could just vault in if you want.
Okay.
You're a god.
That's what I'm doing. In I go.
He jumps right over the wall, drops like 25 feet into this pit,
There's no-
and people just are fucking screaming.
I don't put on that much of a show. I just walk in.
They're still cheering.
Yeah.
They're
I don't need to be that flashy. I'm good.
I don't remember how to be right now, so I'm just kind of doing things.
you don't remember how to what?
be?
How to be
I don't know how to be a good god.
You hear somebody scream out of all of it. You hear somebody scream, "Riot!" And then somebody else picks up and then starts chanting, "Riot, riot." You don't see, though you may panic, you don't see people coming out of the stands. You see people
They're moshing.
just starting to pound their feet and get all in unison, and they're just chanting it over and over and over.
What the hell's riot? Is that a guy that's in the arena?
Roll your intelligence.
It's got to be some guy's name.
17.
Haha, 5.
Something bad's coming. You definitely are like, shit, I remember this.
What if I said
Riot,
this could be
riot.
bad?
You hear
Why am I not shocked?
locks popping open.
Well, this
You're the one who gets me in trouble all the time.
I know, but
You're the one who gets me in trouble.
it's gonna be fun.
You guys are bickering.
It's gonna be fun.
and
I pull out my gun.
8 doors around you drop, slide into the ground.
8 doors. I thought there was only one.
You're standing there.
You go left, I go right.
Trey, roll. What's your mental endurance? 24?
Yeah.
Roll at a -5.
I rolled a 6.
I got a 1.
You hear moans, just like in your prayers. Pain, most definitely pain. And a smell hits your nose, reminds you of something. It smells like rot.
Where's it coming from? The holes? The doors?
It is. You guys feel your feet jostle. And whenever your feet jostle, you realize the Colosseum floor feels like it unlocked. And it slowly starts to turn. And if you guys glance, you can see in windows people looking and out, out
Yeah.
like portals, around. And whether they're actually doing it or whether it's computerized, there'd be no way to tell. It looks like they're probably cranking on something to make the floor move. But I mean, there's dozens when you look. I mean, it just goes and goes and goes. Could be for show. Could be an illusion for all it matters. I mean, you realize that. And the floor starts to.
Is it like opening? Like
Oh no,
It's
no! You're physically just
Oh.
starting to spin. More like it's just a spectacle.
Right. Oh, this is
And
interesting.
You see,
Listen, whatever comes out of here,
you see human faces coming out of these holes.
like just faces,
No,
like giant heads.
as they come out, you see that they're shambled.
It's
and they're
like
all
zombies.
Let's stand aside for a second.
They're definitely all zombies. And I mean, you're like, boom, there's 50 of them. They're all outside of 100 feet. You can see them picking up a little bit of speed, but they're definitely shamblers. They're not like 28 days later.
That reference.
And they're all
This isn't even fair.
coming out.
I'm waiting till one almost bites him in the neck. I'm going to shoot it with my
I know they're
rifle in
all
the head.
they're all lesser, right?
Every one of them.
We'll get going.
They're all within 100 feet. There are people gasping. Despite the gore and fucked up things they saw, there are people freaking out in the stands. Despite all the people that called for it.
This worked out perfectly for me. I don't know about anybody else in here, but well, you know what they say.
So between you two, you definitely have initiative on them.
Mhm.
If you wish to roll between yourselves, I mean, if you're letting him go, then
You can go
he's going. That's the best bottled water to buy, the Fiji water.
It's really
Everything
good.
else tastes like fucking garbage.
Really good.
Well, I got this nice little trait from being born with the cataclysm that well, I can control any lesser undead. 2 times a day.
Every one of them stops. Stands a little straighter, as straight as they can. You do get this weird recollection of, I mean, being that you were in the Coast Guard, after a storm near a beach, that nasty fetid seaweed smell from all the shit getting kicked up.
Right.
Yeah, you're getting that whiff along with the decay. And every one of these stops. Just they all just stand too, and you hear just silence in the stands. People are like, riot, and the only thing you're really hearing is just the motion from the cranks, keeping the Coliseum. You see a halberd pop out of like a murder slot on the side, and whoever's there tries to prod one of the zombies. It pops into its pelvis, and like the zombie is just standing there. I mean, it has no care in the world, and like nothing is happening. They're all just standing there.
This thing is funny. I'm gonna have them all line up, and we're all gonna do Thriller.
You have the physical beauty to roll for it. So, did you take dance?
No. So it looks really horrible. It literally looked like me doing Thriller.
I had to wait for Trey to come back and do this.
It's hilarious. What the? Really?
You hear in your head, you think it's fun to control people lesser than you, little leader.
Yay. I wonder when you were going to show yourself.
And he calls you little leader. Definite emphasis on leader, like leader of men, what have you.
Right. So this is like something big too. Hopefully it's not Hades.
No, Hades in this is really not big on, despite his necromancer abilities, which I think are just innate from being a god. He's not like super huge on the controlling undead because he feels like it's just a corruption or a perversion of it.
That makes sense.
Trey, he stops every zombie. There's murder holes around the Colosseum, and somebody sticks a halberd out and like pokes a zombie to try and get it to move, and it doesn't do anything. And then you see him stop and half mumble something to himself. The zombies kind of jostle a little bit. No, they don't. No, they don't. You have complete control. So they're just.
Why don't we get rid of these little guys? Just come on out here. Let's get down to the real business.
You would like that. You've always been one to jump right into a fray, haven't you? You hear this in your head too.
Yeah.
Both of you roll percentage dice. Looking for under 20.
82.
29.
You definitely, there's something that you recognize from it. You recognize either the condescension in the voice or something. I mean, you've heard it before.
Sound awfully familiar.
Oh, I should. You know me rather intimately, as I know you.
I'm fresh.
Oh, so do you, my dear.
I'm freshly awoken, so
Who do you think put you there?
you.
Very good. Every one of the zombies turns and looks straight up into the stands. And whether it was based off of which is probably reactionary from you more than anything, you didn't ever get a feeling of losing control of them.
Right.
This person jumps right out of the stands and lands right probably 30 feet from you. He is one of the Praetorian Guard. Straight white armor, all of that. Does not have wings on it. And he has a long two-handed, like what was the Uchigatana
Okay.
front? Okay, yeah, just a really long bladed weapon. And he lands right in the middle. Said, well, this is what you wanted. I suppose I'll have to put you back to sleep.
This guy.
Initiative.
High low, high low.
Shake and bake. That's got to be our new command. That's got to be one of our new things in World of Darkness.
Oh, please do. Shake and bake, Dean.
Dean, shake and bake.
Shake and bake, Dean. 19.
Would you get your?
18.
You're first. There is one of these guys.
Bring the rain.
In the rain. What did you say?
Yeah, they're sideboards. Water. Make it rain pain.
It's double brain drain.
Make it rain pain. Or brain drain. Why are you reading a book right now? We'll fight.
Dean, why are you reading?
Dang, stop reading shit. Look at this fucking map. Tell me where to go.
Chris Kyle, rest in peace. I heard people making fun of rednecks on podcast on Joe Rogan Experience, and anytime they would start talking like a redneck, they would end their sentence with "Chris Kyle, rest in peace," and I was fucking dying.
Okay.
Trey cast magic missile.
I do. Into the dark.
Okay. You die. You can't regenerate.
I'm going to. I guess I don't know if that means something. I guess. I'm gonna see his aura.
What's the description?
All things organic or inorganic have an aura, or as many distinctions can be used to see the following things. Estimate the general level of experience.
Okay.
Low, medium, or high. So they want it to be low is 1 to 3, medium 4 to 7, high 8 and up. Presence of magic, presence of psychic abilities, high or low base PvE, presence of a possessing entity, the presence of an unusual human aberration that indicates serious illness, non-human, or mutant. It does not specify which. You cannot tell your alignment. It is 6 ISP. No saving throw, but a mind block will.
That's actually pretty interesting. I don't know. That's pretty neat.
A mind block will hide any presence of psychic abilities, and it lasts 2 melees, 30 seconds.
Okay. Medium level, but nothing beyond like a threat for you guys necessarily. Extreme magic presence to a point of it being so intense when you look, it's definitely the sword. Like there's just no two ways about it. Otherwise, you get the feeling it's probably damn near exact to the normal Praetorians.
Okay. That's what I do.
I mean, yeah, to you, the sword is glowing. I mean, red.
Once you do a psychic ability, does that count as an action, your whole action, or how does that work?
Yeah, it's going to
I just
count.
wanted to
Yeah.
make sure, 'cause I wasn't sure.
And how many melees do you have?
We didn't figure it out.
Okay. So you'd be able to use 2 psychic attacks in a melee,
Okay.
or which we can kind of start the melee from the top of the order. It's fine this round, whatever. Because I forgot to tell you, it's I think 2 per every like 4 melee attacks. So you could unload on someone 4 times with a rifle, or get 2 psychic attacks, or like 1 psychic and 1 magic, something like that.
How did you do that?
It's your hand to hand.
+1 melee for me.
Yeah.
And then whatever your hand-to-hand choice is. Mine's gladiator, so I get +2.
I took hand-to-hand expert.
I think you start with 2 +1. I think you're gonna have
It's awesome. Okay. So then
your
I
turn,
have-
Drew.
So I did that. That counts as.
That counts as yours. Now it'll be Drew's turn, then it'll be his.
Okay.
It'll be yours, his, mine. And it's going to cycle the whole time
Okay.
until he has 4 melees. So he'll have 1 more turn after you guys are done.
Walk up to. Can you talk? There's no limit. A little dark because you can say 7 words.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you have 15 seconds. It's
Okay, so I'm just
every 15 seconds is a
I'm walking
word.
up to him like, so you're the one that put me there, huh? Did she tell me that the sword was the cause of all this? Good. Because I got it right in the fucking chest. So I was walking up there like, oh, so you're the one, huh? All right, cool. And I'm gonna sock him.
Anything in this game, anything over a 5 hits. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Anything automatically over a 5 hits. There's no armor class in MDC worlds. No, you're swinging. You're punching him, right?
Yeah. Doing my juju
He blocks. You swing. He brings the sword up and just hits your arm. I mean, no damage to you. Since you stepped up to him first. Fucking God.
Yes.
7. 7 to hit you. You can parry.
Yes. That's the D20 again.
You're going to roll your D20 plus your parry bonus.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah, I get it.
Damn.
Write down 25 bonus experience points. Every time you get a nat 20, I give everybody bonus 25 because
I'm gonna get a shot. It's like a
Yeah.
double whammy.
it's a shitty because this game is terrible with experience. If you like save if you like save the world in this game, it's like oh yeah, you save a large number of people in this game, cause minimal casualties, save civilians, you get like 70 experience points. Like you should have let them die. You should have been the one killing them and got 25 points per kill. Yeah, so he blocks you, and then you just whatever, and block him, and people are just fucking screaming.
Yeah, I'll do the. So I roll.
Fucking headbutt him.
Yeah. Next up.
Trey, your turn. No, Drew. Yeah, Trey. No, whose turn? I've never played this game.
I'm only
It's
going
the
to
guy's
campaign.
He swung. He
Oh,
parried him.
well, I was looking for
He made him look like a bitch.
Yeah, that's plus 7 too.
Good matching.
27, whatever we
So you guys, you dig up dinosaurs?
roll. So, you guys dig up dinosaur bones? What the fuck were you thinking about that?
The same thing he was thinking when he played The Fly. And
Does
I
he
actually
have
like the quad.
like-
It was pretty
Is he have a helmet on? Is he like?
no, he is the helmet. I am the helmet.
good. Oh, I am the helmet.
Does his face look human or is
Nope.
he like? Is he's,
He just looks like
He looks exactly like the Praetorian Guard with no wings.
That's why I asked.
his fireball.
Cast 3-round burst and induce chest.
Cast melt armor.
Cast magic missile into there.
Face melt.
That's
Just cast carpet of
Cast
adhesion.
heavy breathing. So he sounds like General Grievous.
Ag!
well, he's hitting you.
He is. What try to do?
Can you shoot in the melee?
Oh yeah,
Okay. Like with massive penalties.
we'll see.
Melee.
You get -6.
Effing magic arrow in my chest.
It's not an arrow, it's a rifle. It's a heavy rifle.
This is so much better. It's a 3-round burst of 50 caliber rounds.
Heavy arrow to 50 cal.
Thanks, Hawkeye.
Let's see what you got, sis.
Drew high or low?
Low, high.
Okay.
How do I shoot?
That was a low
Roll a
high.
d20.
Low high.
Oh, the
Low
last.
high.
Got a 19.
19. You see when you pull the gun up, you pull the trigger when you aim, and the only shot you had was at a leg. And whether it was your skill or you saying fuck it YOLO, you pull the trigger just as his leg moves out of the way. So you do feel like
Heat.
something
Four.
real warm and fast brushed up against your leg. It might be like Gwyneth Paltrow's cock. It might be a 3-round burst from a sniper rifle.
YOLO.
But there's definitely a metal clang after that.
Can you watch the shots back there?
They're all my damage in?
Yeah, 2d4 times 10 plus 20.
100.
She shoots him, and His legs go right out underneath him. He face plants. He face plants. It's blasted. It knocked him off balance. It didn't kill him or rip the leg off, but it definitely, yeah.
What this sounds like? Power bomb. Captain Insano.
Go bounce off the ropes, do the people's elbow, pull the gauntlet off, toss it. Your turn. You definitely both have rounds before he does.
I'm gonna cripple crossface it.
This is so good.
All right, attack him.
Where the hell did you get
I bought it from Hate Monkey and I didn't drink it.
that? Yeah, basically, I'm just gonna.
I'll give you a plus.
I guess I'm gonna grapple shit.
Well, I mean, you're gonna hit him. You're not gonna. Would you roll 1?
4.
Even with your bonuses?
Oh,
No,
You have over a +4.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're punching him? All right. Or fucking doing an ape, like slamming your fists on his.
Yeah, like I'm gonna do like the almighty.
Okay, you want to do a power attack?
Like he face planted. I'm gonna do it right in the back of his head.
All right.
That's all I got.
My dice roll bad all night long.
damage everything.
That's what happens in Al's games. I roll everything bad except for damage, and I just go forever. You could write down.
2d6 times 10 plus 38.
38. Yeah, that's right. So
Because your strength went
78.
up. Trey, you have a turn. He's on the ground. Your penalty is 2 now because I mean he's still in the way.
Yeah.
But you can.
He's kind of on top of him there.
Yeah, you can move to the side. Even it really doesn't matter.
Shooting somebody this close with this big of a gun is sort of depressing. But what does that do? That's a cool thing.
yeah, trans.
Death trance. That is awesome. This is an amazing spell. It makes you appear dead.
Don't do that.
That's awesome.
We tried to get a necromancer to do that and rape this one kid Ian's character, but he wouldn't. He wouldn't do it. They were like, "Wait, you want me to do what?" I mean, you have a skeleton do it. I don't really care what does it.
Yeah,
We just want it to
I'll
happen.
just see if would I have less penalty of stabbing with my dagger now since he's on the ground.
Are you gonna prison shank him?
You know.
Don't you know that the weapons causing all this, right? Am I confused?
You don't know what's happening,
Right,
but yes,
she-
you're
she-
right. You're right.
Why don't you disarm them? So you don't have to kill one
Well,
of
he
the
didn't
guard.
drop it at all.
Fuck no, he didn't drop it.
Oh,
Cut his hand off.
oh, well, that's really extreme. Disarm him. I mean, let's take his hand.
Which I'm not gonna let go of the damn axe very easily. Go ahead, what are you doing?
I'll cut his hand off.
You were gonna go shank him in the neck.
Not in the back.
Good roll.
Not like that. just
I
one
know what's
shake.
happening, but you're gonna go.
15.
15, you hit him.
No bonus.
Yeah, you're not going to cut through it. I mean, you hurt him, but roll your damage 4d6
Slicing his hand off.
plus your strength bonus. She straddles his arm, starts trying to cut it off. People are like, "Yeah, what?"
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing?
It's the sword.
Kiss the curb.
What do you mean it's a sword? Yeah, it's a sword.
No, it's
We all know that.
take his hand off.
Chewy,
Oh
dislocate
my
his
God.
arms.
She almost Yahtzee that shit.
I almost wanted it.
It's
22 I rolled. Plus my strength.
Yeah, plus your strength.
20
42.
on his wrist.
Rune weapons of any sort are fucking nasty.
Need to get his hand off.
Plus your strength, I need one of them daggers. Good lord.
Oh, it's 4d6. You do 2d6 times 10.
I only did
She's just straight
I
4d6.
rolled.
you would do 4d6 plus 38, which would be a lot. But if you roll 2d6, I mean, Jesus, if you crit, you punch through a starship. Like,
See you later,
Well, his
Dustin.
hands have cut off. Rip the sword off of his
it
hand.
does significant damage. There's no two ways about it. The damage is significant.
It's my turn again.
I just went.
Yeah.
Step on his hand and pull the sword out.
That's what I'll do.
What do you? How are you doing it?
What do you mean? It's a sword. What do you mean? For 15 seconds. Let's go.
It's the one. Just disarm it. It's the power. It's all the power. Just disarm.
I'm gonna disarm him.
Roll to disarm. How do you want to disarm him? Are you ripping an arm off?
Is his hand like this?
His hand's gripped around it. I mean, tight.
He doesn't have much wrist left.
Yeah, no. I mean, she shanked the fuck out of his arm.
I'll just grab where it's weak and try to.
All right, make a roll to hit.
12 plus
7, 19.
19. Yeah.
You got it. You're just gonna do your strength damage. Your oh no, you'll do a d6 plus your strength damage. I'm sorry.
That's 78.
40, 78.
78. 4,078. 78 total.
Okay. You wrench it, and I mean it snaps everything free. Whole arm comes off at the wrist, at the forearm. The hand is wrapped around that sword handle.
Right. But does the guard like snap too?
Fuck no.
No, he's
Not just yet.
Oh, is he still?
Or possessed.
You're gonna beat him with
Yeah.
No, I know what I would do. I'm shoving fucking sword through that guy's back.
Your turn.
my turn.
He's trying to push himself to his feet.
Oh, little stumps getting all dirty.
Call of Duty. Call of Duty. Need to be able to do the Halo jump.
And throw his dead body with sticky ray.
Okay.
Depends. Do you come on it first?
Always.
He doesn't seem like he's getting any better.
No.
And he could be possessed.
Mhm.
Since Psionics can read possessions, do I think that that's possible?
There's definitely a connection. You can see it now.
Okay.
Because
I
when
can
he
do
was holding,
exorcisms,
Mhm.
but we can't kill him right now. We need to take him home and do him somewhere else because it takes 30 minutes.
the power of Christ compels you.
Let's. Ask Father what to do.
No, I'm
Okay. Don't ask Father what to do.
knock him out.
I'm trying to. I've been trying to roll a fucking 20 this entire time on a attack roll so I could knock him out. Time him up. Don't even fucking rear naked chip. He's a disciple, bro. He's free.
We can't only pass out from that, would we?
Can we return home at any given time?
Exercise? Yeah, it's a host body.
I'm gonna.
It's more the brain than
Can my
anything.
father he can hear us, right?
He'd probably be able to hear you.
Let's say this panting guard is possessed by somebody who killed us. I'm gonna say it
Okay.
like booming, like to the skies. And then you can do whatever you want to do. That's obvious, like this guy's he's found us and he knows where we're at. So we're obviously next to the list. Like hometown.
He's to his feet.
This thing's fucking head. Let's go. Get a new fucking robot.
I can't just kill him. I'm gonna try and knock him out.
All right. He's to his feet. You can take a swing. You have to roll a crit. Do you have boxing?
No, I have.
You can't knock him out.
Okay.
If you roll a natural 20, I'll let you.
I have athletics.
Jostle his
Gymnastics.
brain.
Yeah.
He has a lot. He has a pretty good amount of hit points. Definitely comparable to you. But when you're concentrating all the damage to a limb,
Right.
I'm pretty sure that realistically they do a lot of stuff about hit locations in this game, but it makes it so it can go from fun to terrible in a second because you're just like, okay, fine, fuck you. You're the PC and you're trying to shoot at him in his head and you only have like a -2 penalty, or even if it was -12, it wouldn't matter. He had to do 12 MDC to it. Like the rest of his body has like 700 MDC, but that part there, I mean, which makes sense. Don't get me wrong. But now all you had to do was like 12 or 30 points of damage. So you walk over and go, and he's dead. It's powering down. No, that screen never even comes.
I'm going to try to put him to sleep. I'm going to do sleep.
Good luck.
As a stamina saving throw.
Should be a spell called Crane
Nope.
Battery. Train with the line.
Trey, you evens or odds?
Evens. I cut his hand off. Almost.
I pulled it off.
Lifts up his right arm and a gout of fire comes out of it, right out above it. Flamethrower on top of his arm. That's a 10 to hit you. Now, you can try and dodge. No, you can't try and dodge. You used your power attack, and then you move one last time. So this is because you guys got the initiative or the turn on him. This will just be the last one, and we'll start from the top. 30.
I wanted to take it for fire for a reason. So I guys were like, bathe me in this shit. Is that MDC?
Yep. You don't need to worry about writing it down. Armor's gonna get fixed if it's your armor. So initiative. This guy's stunned as fuck after that too. So
Well, 14.
you're first.
I am.
I said 12.
Is his arm still out like he's all badass?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna grab it, fucking hot chuck him right back onto the ground. So I'm
Okay.
just gonna like, whoop. Hopefully. 11.
Nope. Parries your arm. Trey.
You quit, robot.
Boy, you one-arm fuck.
One-armed motherfucker. That's the shit.
They call you lightning? I call you grease lightning. Sexy robot fuck. God, my daughter was watching that. I was shut that shit off. Fucking hate musicals. I hate musicals.
Acquired.
My dad and my mom, that's like the only movie my mom will watch multiple times. If my mom sees a movie, she's done. She will never see it again. Ever. Yeah, she will never see it. Like she doesn't understand anything about buying DVDs, watching Netflix. She's like, why would you do that? I mean, totally foreign to her. I mean, like I liked it the first time. I thought maybe I'd like it again if I watched it.
I watched Battle of the Five Armies yesterday. I loved it.
Do you see that the rated R version is coming out of that? It was online. They said the extended by 30 minutes version is rated R. And people were like, "Well, what does Smog fuck a dwarf or what? What happens?" It was like hot dwarf on dragon action.
What makes it rated R?
Yeah.
Well, when, it's like that dolphin video where he's fucking a fish with his head off. It's small.
Oh, Gimli.
I am the darkness in the night. Prepare to burn, image. Small weird.
He's standing up. I'm going to try to shoot him in his leg. Try to knock him back down.
Shoot him in his other leg.
His other leg. actually know what to add to that.
Prowess, bonus,
And your rifle skill.
and your rifle skill. What's your prowess?
20,
20 plus 4 or 3.
7, and rifles.
Shrine.
There he goes. 7. Oh, it doesn't give you anything. Just tells you can use them.
Okay. Then you just have your innate.
Yeah, so 7.
Yeah, I mean, you hit. You're point blank. You're not knocking him off his legs, though, off his feet. You hit him at whatever your aim was off, whether it's because you're in a scope at point blank or what. Something fouled up. Yeah. Till you shoot him so fucking hard he turns into Caitlyn Jenner.
I didn't do that many yet. What is it now? 2d4 times 10, 80.
Okay.
So much damage. It's like Attack of the Dragons. I have to reduce all damage by half, no matter what.
Trey, he comes running right at you. Running by 3 feet.
Jump with his legs. I'm sure it's scary.
It is a 13 to hit. And he is trying to wrench that sword out of your hands. He's not doing damage to you.
Yes.
He's trying to wrench the sword out of your hand.
Out of my hand.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, no, he ain't getting that thing back. No,
So you would have to roll a dodge to pull it away from him. But you're going to burn your next melee. If you use it, you cannot attack this next round. That's what sucks about things like that. Dodges, your bonus is usually higher, but you lose your melee. I shouldn't say melee, I should say turn. But
You can't parry without a weapon, right?
not really, no. Not you. I mean, he could parry with his face. Be about the closest he
That's
could.
what I want.
Yeah. Man, excuse me, or don't. I don't care.
I'm not parry. No, I'm not. Natural 1. Hello, Jaeger. Good thing this is near me, because apparently I'm the only one drinking tonight. Again.
You're not sure why, but your brother hands him the sword. Now,
Here you go.
oh, you wanted this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Next 2 rounds from now when I punch him. After I have that thing stuck into my side.
Trey, yeah, he fucking wrenches it right out of his hand. It
Fast.
well, technically he wrenches it out of his own hand,
Yeah.
out of his hand.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
His hand out of
I mean,
my
like if
hand.
it was just in his hand, it would probably been much harder. But that other hand wasn't letting go.
It's confusing.
It is. You had to be there. Yeah, that's what I said, right? 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 Right, Trey? Right?
Shoot him in the eyeball.
Shoot him in the dick.
Yeah.
Well,
Aim for his cybernetic laser. Cybo laser.
Has a sword and brings it straight down. Bullets blow right off of it.
Plus, what the hell sword is that? It's all here.
He likes Drew. Drew, 16 to hit you. It's just a sword swing, so you could try and parry. You know, it doesn't cost you anything to do so.
16. Yeah, he hit me. That's a dude.
How? I dropped a deuce.
you got 1 plus 1 to parry.
Yeah, plus 7. That's a 9.
100.
Oh, God. Damn. Yeah, that hurt.
So it gouges your armor pretty wide open.
Yo, dog.
Don't tase me, bro.
Don't pay me.
It's your turn. Yeah, you parried before.
Oh, okay. Cool. My turn. The 5 plus
I called it purple. It's
7.
not
So yeah, it is. What color is that? Is that purple?
Looks like it from here.
What color is that?
That's purple.
No, it was all in the
Yeah,
glow
that's
of the light.
purple. Well,
Defender wins. That's fine. So just so you know, in this, if
oh,
If-
roll the same thing.
yeah, if it ever comes to that, Defender wins.
Okay.
I used to be an asshole and make
makes sense.
attacker wing, and then I realized that it never worked out well. Trey, it is your turn. You could see that he got him pretty good with that stick. Like when he swung, even though he's not bleeding, I mean it sliced the armor open
Mhm.
pretty simply. Roll. No, you're point blank with him. There are definitely runes all over this sword.
He isn't his one good hand now.
Shoot it off. Shoot his wrist right off. We got no
Dodge this and
There you go.
I mean,
Shoot him.
Okay.
Trinity. Yes.
That is 18.
18 without bonuses.
No, 15 rolled.
Okay. Sword blocks it.
That's way better than you. What?
Harry, you
I can't roll anything but a 1
You got what?
to who he wants to hit.
Oh.
14 to hit.
Natural 20.
no more shots for you. Please. You're
Another
kidding, buddy.
another 25 experience. I mean, what the hell?
Right. And you know, higher alcohol tolerance.
Maybe some cirrhosis. I don't know.
Maybe a new liver in this whole deal.
Yeah, he fucking punks him.
Why can't I roll this in the fucking attack roll? Just one time so I can knock him clean out. No choice. He doesn't get a choice in the matter. Just fuck it out. Lights out McGee. For 1d4. Here we go. 10.
No, sir. Trey.
Motherfucker. As Ragos is getting angry.
There's people fucking screaming in the stands.
Best fight we've ever
There's zombies standing there. Just
Why don't I have this zombie that's ass? What the fuck is wrong with me? God, I'm so dumb.
heat of the moment.
I'm gonna try.
The heat of
We're
the
doing the
moment.
thriller dance, so no.
I rolled 18 and plus 3.
Fuck no. Yeah, you got him.
Damn, what the fuck is that off? What are we aiming at?
His dick.
He's aiming at his big toe.
His vagina.
I wasn't calling a
He's
shot.
way off balance.
Oh, that was a bad one. I know.
You're fired.
40.
I mean, it's a solid hit.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's still
This is as low as I can
40.
get.
Yeah, you can see a lot of armor. Well, armor is gone. There's sparks and shit popping out of them, and
I'm trying to drink the entire bottle of Jaeger.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Trey, he turns his attention to you.
Well, I'm sure he did.
Finally. Now I got a backstab.
15 to hit.
Kidney
If
pop.
you parry with a gun, it is going to get cut in half.
I'll try to dodge.
Eat it.
Eat it?
Oh yeah, you can dodge.
Eat it.
Forgot.
Take it from the guy with like 700 MDC. Just eat it.
Yeah, you can guess for 100.
And then I roll
Yeah, like
is
5
plus
rounds.
my
Plus your dodge.
plus what's the 20 modifier?
What is it? Plus 3.
Nat 20.
Yes.
25 experience.
You take a shot.
I can-
You got
lady.
All right, Drew, your turn. This is it.
This is the third one.
I don't go real Nazi about that stuff anyway. I mean, unless the PCs, yeah. And I mean, if the PCs get to a point where they have like 5 or 6, 23, if the PCs get to a point where you have like 5 or 6 of them, then I pay more attention because you're more advantageous at that point. You know, I don't want to take away from you. Oh, you hit him. What you do? Oh, that's all?
The lowest possible damage. I feel like I hit his
I
ass.
dodged, so I can't.
Oh, that's right. Thank you for your honesty. You get 25 experience points. Nope. He has one more turn.
Oh, that's right. He gets 4. Is he? He's killing me again.
Mhm.
This guy hates me.
14.
18.
Ooh, parry it. Now it's initiative.
Oh my god! I got
16.
2.
Okay. Trey, it's your turn. You definitely feel some sort of pulse of magic. Doesn't feel like it's offensive or anything, but there's definitely something happening.
Does he look? He doesn't look like he's healing or anything. Does he?
No.
I'm a doctor, so.
Yeah.
I'm a doctor.
I am. I'm a medical doctor.
I'm a goddess doctor.
I'm a god.
I treat the gods because they need it. And shit.
Y'all bitches need Jesus.
Come here, Zeus. Let me
I'm
give
only-
you a
I'm
stitch.
only 18 to hit him.
Oh.
Plus 1, plus 3.
18. You hit him.
Uh, 15.
You hit him. There is just blood and not blood, but like metal splooge, whatever that is, and sparks and shit flying out of his chest and out of like where the stomach should be. You could see through him after that shot. He may have a handful of hit points at best.
Shots, sis.
So he's losing his turn. No, he's not losing his turn. That's me in the corner. Fucking REM.
Self-destruct. Predator. Does the Billy laugh at the end of it?
Some of us haven't seen Predator.
I've seen it.
You've seen the first
You've seen the bullshit TNT version.
Predator?
No,
I've
I've
seen the real
Wow.
first Predator.
I might have watched it on TNT.
Yeah, see, no, you haven't seen it. What are you waiting for?
Get to the fucking chopper!
I'm right here.
Oh yeah, I might have been thinking of Commando or something.
I'm right here.
Same thing, but it's alright.
Come on.
Kill me! I'm right here. What are you waiting for?
I think Arnold Schwarzenegger probably has the most impressed or impressionist
Impersonators.
Impersonated voice.
impersonated voice ever.
Like 7 shots of beer.
It's your turn.
Oh. So he's like pudding. Does he
He's.
look like he's normal again, or does he still?
Oh no, he's.
He's still possessed.
Yeah, I mean, there's no change in that.
I'm gonna do my.
You punch him through that hole in his chest.
You can Hulk kick him.
As an anarchist.
You grab his heart.
Roll. Do a pull Harvey Dent. Just roll 50-50.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna assume that I can knock him out at will right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save him, or I can just stick my hand in his chest and rip him in half.
Kalima Shakti Day.
47, so.
Yeah, this asshole, because of his gladiatorial background, or at least training, you do see him catch a look from the audience,
That's why
and he just puts his hand out
like that's
and drops his
listen,
thumb.
as an anarchist, I would have never came down here and done this. But when he said, "Oh, there's the games going on," whoa, here I go. Any other time, I'm like, yeah, I don't care about that shit.
I don't want to go
Yeah, you can
to the gaming
yeah,
convention.
So basically, we'll just say like I'm like, that's for sure.
Yeah, you hear the kill.
It's 23 again.
All right. You hit.
That'd be 2 of mine since this is a new round. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
148.
He swings at this guy, and he hits him square in the chest. And from the point of where you shot him, his upper torso tears off completely. It goes flying right through the zombies. There's just pieces and gore. It smashes against the wall, falls to the ground, and then its legs fall over. Absolute last out of all of it. And there's just screaming and cheering from the stands. They're throwing flowers and bras and all kinds of stuff at him. Damn, I got nice titties. What's that?
He dropped the sword, but he went flying to the air.
He did drop the sword.
I'm not worried about that. I'm giving it praise.
I'm taking it. I'm going back home.
Now, when they're all cheering and
Mhm.
praising us, do we feel like?
Oh, absolutely. If any ISP that you've lost or PPE that you've used, you gain back.
Oh, good.
Okay. Just from that. But you don't really have anything that you would gain as a physical character, but I mean, it would still have the same effect.
I just
You know?
relish that much.
Yeah, no, it's
Especially
yeah,
because of my background.
yeah, it's absolutely like that. If it was on a larger scale than even the several thousand people, it might heal you. It might add to your regeneration. Would probably be what I would say. You know, as opposed to a D6 times 5, it'd be a D6 times 10. But yeah, robot's dead. Get
Sorry.
yeah, I know this. Do you drop control of the zombie? Do you kill the zombies? I'll let you kill them. I mean, like, just it will. Just shut off if you wanted them to. Or you could send them back to their
No,
cages.
that's why I'm going to send them back for a later fight.
Yeah, they
Because,
march. They just turn and march.
Unless they're back in their cage, I'll let loose them.
They're right in their cages. All right.
That's not fair.
You grab a sword. And are you immediately going back to the stand? Okay. She grabs a sword and you're getting stuff thrown at you. And she walks back and vaults up to the well, you go to vault up the step, and there's actually someone there to help you. And one of the guards drops down and allows you to just step on his hand, and he lifts you. And you have this sword, and we're gonna end it there for tonight. It's kind of late.
That was awesome. That's why we started.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
That was our fault.
That's our fault.
Well, I mean, it's not that big
No,
of a
I'm
deal.
just sharing the skills. I mean, it's a game to us. Like, literally,
Yeah. This game, I can tell anybody at home, just like Drew said, and just like with Trey's game. Listen, there's house rules to it. I know that's not always how parry and stuff works. Whatever. Like, it's cool. You know, that's just it. It is just a set of rules or guidelines to follow. So I do hope you guys enjoyed it. I have ideas and plot and what have you already for the next couple things. I wasn't sure how far we would get. This is actually, that was pretty much on par with everything that I had. Actually, I think that is everything. Yeah, so we are set for that. And I'll be set for the next time, whether we do it next Friday or
It's up to you.
whatever.
That's all up to you.
So we can skip, we can do every.
Yeah, 'cause then we do every other
I think,
Friday,
um,
or-
I think maybe I will try and do this coming Friday.
Okay.
Maybe I'll do two weeks, then one off, then two, then one. But we'll see. I mean, it gives me something to think about and do.
Yeah, we have other.
Yeah, I mean, I have my Supernatural book. We have all the Monster, we have
Oh,
the
yeah,
Monster Hunter
Stranger
International.
Things, Kittens, the not safe for work edition.
Yeah. It's funny, there's a cat looking you off on the back. It's great. We haven't opened up and read anything about it, but I'm sure. it's-
I did.
It's just students learn.
Which for me, it would be 6. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Hope you enjoyed. And
Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night.
Yeah.
World of Darkness for Sam and Heat and Jake from State Farm and
is Jake from State Farm going to be there?
Yeah.
and Lydia for World of Darkness. Great.
Oh, kisses. Night.
Good night, everybody.
Stop podcasting.